Hello everyone! Welcome. Today, we're gonna basically just be going over most of the Wild Plains stuff. Probably farming it a bit. Servers are being worked on right now, so we'll see if, how our connection are. Don't know how long we'll be able to stream because of that. But, the servers were being worked on. They started to be worked on like 2 days ago. They probably will be for the next 2 days as well, up until pretty much the next new kingdom. Don't know exactly when they'll be done, but if you're ever having like some kind of server issues really bad in the next few days, that is why. I should probably do a video covering that tomorrow too, briefly. But that's what the server issues have been from lately, or at least the increased amount of them. But after that, server should be good. Also, I just tangled my wires right here. Let me fix this. My mic tangling with my microphone. I mean my mic with my headset. Hello Chevy, hello Adrian. Welcome. Okay. Something kind of interesting about this week is I actually have Hydra on my Let's Play account. So I wonder how that will turn out. I still need to go see what we can kind of do with that on our Let's Play account. I'm not a huge fan of this thing though. I'd almost use a Hydra before I try using this thing. Let's go make a Hydra team real quick. I'll just write it right over this thing. Might just have to use some of the normal teams though. On my Let's Play account, I can definitely get away with Hydra and the other thing. Maybe we should go switch over to that. Hello, ABB Cab 77. Welcome. Hello, JZG. Welcome. Hello, Tim Wilson. Yeah, also, for now on, guys, I'm actually going to be, most of you probably didn't hear it because I said it on the Stardew Valley stream. But for now on, I'm actually going to be streaming every single day at 7 p.m. Some kind of game. I'll have an actual schedule for it probably out this Friday. I'm going to try to get it out for. But every single day at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for now on, I will be streaming, which is this time right now. If you don't know what 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is in your time, it is literally whatever time it is right now, is when I'll basically be streaming every single day for at least a few hours. If not Dreams of War, it'll be Stardew Valley. If not Stardew Valley, it might just be some completely other random game. I don't know. But we'll be doing that from now on. And I'll have a little schedule thing for it eventually. And of course, we're still doing the 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time streams on Friday and Saturday still as well. But yeah. Well, it is Wild Plains week. We might as well use some Wild Plains thing. The only problem is nothing in Wild Plains goes particularly quick, which is a little bit annoying. I'm just going to make this team back again. I already had this team made earlier, but then I overwrite it for a video. But we'll go set this back. Red, yellow. See what we can do. Oh, never mind. Not red, yellow. The -1. Where is it? There we go. +2 red, +1 yellow. -1 brown, because we don't even use any brown. Good evening, D. Moriarty. Wait. Moriarty? Moriarty? Welcome! Okay, well, right off the bat, we'll want to take the yellow. Actually, right off the bat, I think I might go head over to our, I still think we should go ahead to our Let's Play account. There's actually quite a few things that we can do with Hydra and kind of mess around with. Hello, Bridget. Hello, Tox. Welcome. Because we do have Hydra, and we can do, like, triple damage to pretty much everything because of what we've been doing on our Let's Play account. We're also pretty much all the way at all the attacks, so I'll probably switch over to that account. But before I do any of you guys want to see any teams or anything like that while we're still on my main account? If not, then I'll just switch over to my Let's Play account. Close enough. Thank you, D. I'll probably just call you D by your first name. Or the first part of that name. Moriarty? Moriarty. Moriarty.
Mana surge.
Well, that's an interesting turn right there. Wow. Wow. That was like, what even was that? Like a 10 or 11 times cascade. I haven't seen that for ages. I wish that wouldn't give it armor. It's almost getting more in the way than helping. Let's just kill them out, I guess. We might kill them out before I even get to cast my ability. They're doing no damage because we keep gaining more and more armor. They haven't even touched the Hydra yet. Now they will. Please, randomly hit Hydra. Oh well, we gotta keep giving them skulls until it hits more. Oh, hello, JG. Glad you could make it. Hello, Bratkins. Welcome. Okay, I think we have team wipe right now if he takes the skull, which he definitely will. We're pretty close to it. Nope. If that was earlier in the game, it would be. Which is kind of why I want... Oh, there we go. Nice. Which is why I kind of want to test it on my other account. I never actually use a Hydra on a lower level account. When I first initially got it on our Let's Play account, I said, oh, this is even that good. But, it kind of is, especially with 25%. Because of the boost ratio, it's hard to set up, which is why I said it's not good. But, it does have a decent boost ratio for early on in the game. So we'll go mess around with it. Also, my lips are still sticky. With having something with syrup, and now... I washed my glasses and everything, but my lips are still, like, sticky from it. There we go. Hello, Ryder Robert Daniels. Oh, yeah, here's another one of those server issues. But yeah, servers are being worked on right now. I really should have made a video on it. But servers are being worked on. They're finally doing the server switch. They switched the databases like 2 months ago, but now they're finally doing the servers. They started doing that about 2 days ago, and it'll probably take them another day or two before they fully switch over. So if you're wondering what all the server issues are from, like the excessive amount that have been occurring, it's because they're finally switching over to new servers. But after they finally switch, most of these server issues should stop for hopefully forever. Let's hope. It'll definitely be better than it has ever been, that's for sure. But let me go switch over to the Let's Play account so we can go mess around with Hydra and the new troop on there. I haven't even bothered logging in on it yet this week, so we'll go do that right now. We'll go to the local store, go to our other account, and just switch them over real quick. I am putting this in the right location. Hopefully I never overwrite the wrong one, though I don't think it would matter too much because I have a backup of my backup. And even if I lost it, you can get it back from the developers if you really needed to. But there we go. Let's just move it back down and log back in, and then we're good to go. Oops, my screen is blocking everything. Oh, and we're on full screen. I'll need to fix that. Oh, how do we still have our daily bonus thing? I didn't even log in. That's weird. Maybe it has a grace period? It shouldn't have a grace period. Let me go fix my screen though real quick. Because of the full screen messing it up. And now we're back to normal. Okay. Oh, I never switched my background, did I? To the new background for the new troop that's coming out. Also, you can see in the bottom right there, we have the new legendary. We'll be going over that as soon as it comes out. We still don't know exactly when the new kingdom is coming because they need to get all the servers done. But currently, it seems like it's going to be later on Thursday. Though it could be even sooner if they end up getting out sooner. But it could also be slightly later if they're having issues with the new server migration that they're currently doing. You pulled 2 Hydras today? Wow, that's pretty lucky. Nice. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, definitely don't do arena when you have bad servers in the game. That's not a good idea. Because those loses will prevent you from actually getting a lot of resources if you do that. In PvP, it doesn't matter too much. In PvP, you just waste a couple minutes. If you do that in arena, you could waste like half an hour. Oh, wow, we have a lot of keys right now. I want to wait until the new kingdom comes out before I go and use all these keys, though. Same as our guild seals. I still need to go find a new guild for our Let's Play account. He's still all alone. Well, not really alone. He's in a guild, but it's not really a good guild by any means. I'll probably do that this weekend or later next week. But look, we're already down to 27 members. Everyone's basically abandoning ship here. Oh, well. Good evening, Robo. Welcome. Hydra's legendary trait looks overpowered. It actually isn't. Kraken's is excessively more overpowered than it. Hydra is only 3 damage to all enemies. Well, I'll go compare them real quick. Like, there's... Kraken's is, like, ridiculously overpowered if you think Hydra is overpowered. But Hydra just does 3 damage to all enemies whenever it takes gold damage, which is not that much. But what is a lot is Kraken, which does 3 damage to all enemies, exactly the same, except it does it whenever you do 4 times or 5 times matches. So you get an infinite looping team, you just did infinite damage. So, yeah, Kraken's a little bit more overpowered than that. Plus, if you have multiple Krakens, you actually have all of them triggering. Whereas if you have multiple Hydras, you can only have one of them triggering. Hello, Thaminos. Welcome. Hello, McDiddy. Hello, Dragonfire. Hello, Isa. What did you miss about a new troop? How do you get it? Oh, every single week on Gems of War, there is a new troop. All you have to do to go to it, to get it, is go to shop and go to Glory Rewards. And then just buy the packs are all the way to the right. And this week on PC and Mobile, it's only one troop, but it is the Managor. I just did a whole video on it. But it's a extremely high attack troop that can also deal triple damage if his attack is higher. Really good arena pick and really high attack if you ever really needed a front liner or second liner in your team. Oh yeah, while I'm here, let me go buy it. I actually haven't done that yet on this account. And we will definitely be needing it because 5 additional glory every single win with this thing in our team this week. So we will definitely want to do that. Upgrade it as far as we can. Oh, that was weird. A little lag spike. But let's go and use up all the gold keys that we get. Nothing you can really get from it other than like the resources down here. Those are like the only good drops at this point. But let's go and level this thing up, level up a Hydra, and see if I can actually make an all-wild plains team out of what we have. Oh, we even have Sunweaver. What? How do we have Sunweaver? How do we have 3 Sunweavers? Did we just... What? 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 How do we have 3 Sunweavers already? I'm confused. Wait, did we actually get 3 Sunweavers as drops and I haven't even been paying attention to that we got that many? And we had to have. How else could we have 3 Sunweavers? That's weird. Well, let's make some kind of team out of it. Okay. Map farm, we'll overwrite this team. We don't need a map farm with this. I just needed this for last week to get a few maps, and it wasn't really working that quick. But Sunweaver, Hydra. Oh, we're gonna have so much mana conflict if I try making this team. This thing, and yeah, way too much mana conflict. Even if we try putting a Valkyrie in. We would need a purple brown. Oh, we have Bone Dragon. Oh, we have Bone Dragon. I'm pretty sure that's like the only purple brown we really have. It's not like this account has black manacles or something. Those are useless. Bone Dragon is the only good one so far. Drake Rider is useless. Brave Knight is useless. Oh, Herald of Chaos actually wouldn't be bad. But we don't have anything to spawn blues is the only problem. The Mimic is useless. Rock Spirit, hey, maybe. But we don't have any brown spawns, the only problem with that. What are the brown purple? Vampire Lord wouldn't work at his team, nor would Watcher, and that leaves like nothing. So I don't know, maybe I'll put a Bone Dragon in here. There just isn't much that we could really do to make it work as we want. I don't think we have a Green Seer either. Do we actually have a Green Seer? Because that could change up quite a bit as well if we have a Green Seer. Oh, we do. Oh. Out of curiosity though, before I do that, what do we get if we put in another Wildfolk for this team? I want to see what the team bonus is. Wild Plains, let's see. We need another Taurus. A Taurus Wildfolk. There's one. There's one. Oh, actually pretty much all of these are Tauruses. Even that useless troop. Let's just try this for now and see what it does for bonuses. 2 attack, 6 life. Wait, why aren't we getting a Taurus bonus? Taurus. What? Oh, never mind. He's only Wildfolk. He's in a Taurus. Well, let's see what a Taurus is then. Gosh, let's just put him in there. Taurus is 1 attack, 2 life. Not really worth it. We just get 3 attack in that. Okay. So we really don't need to do that then. We'll upgrade our Hydra all the way because why not? We have the souls at the moment. Ooh, that... Wait, actually, let's do the Minogor first before we do that. Make sure we have enough for him. And then we'll do the Hydra. Okay. So we'll do that. Sunweaver, I might just have to get out of this team. We don't have the souls for it. And then we'll just put the rest in Hydra. And then kind of make something from here. Oh, we could do Hellcat Alchemist combo. Would that be every color? Yeah, it would. It actually would. Okay, we'll do that then. I don't even think I bothered using Alchemist Hellcat combo in this account yet. I don't even recall. Well, Hellcat's level 1. I'm pretty sure I haven't yet. So that would cover everything, right? Yeah, that covers every single color. Interesting. We can make that work. Look at that, 21 attack. That's actually pretty nice. Let's just upgrade our Hydra then. And, oh, we have exactly enough souls. And we'll put whatever we have left into our Hellcat. And that'll be it. Let's see. Oh, let me go to some of the chat. A lot of chatter there. I'm gonna probably join a random guild with that account because there's been so many people asking me, and I don't want to just go with someone because then that wouldn't be fair to the dozens of other people who asked. Let's see. Yeah, Queen Mab and Bone Dragon are a little bit annoying. Queen Mab's pretty easy to counter though. All you have to do is just have an Impervious Troop or something with Mana Shield. What to spend gems on after armor? Gem chest? Yes, Robo. Gem chest is the best thing to spend your gems on after Dragon Armor, or after both the 500 gem armors. You normally want to do it in 50 bulks though, because that gives you the highest discount. Whenever you buy them in 10 or 50 bulks, anything that costs gems, you'll get a higher discount when they're key related. Hello, Smirky, welcome. I know Hellcat's a little bit hard to get. A lot of the epics actually are sometimes, like the legends and the epics, because there's not like the non-affiliated kingdom epics. Like it feels like it's impossible to get some of them. We got quite a few of the more useful ones, but there's still like so many of them that we still don't have. But there we go. Well, we should be able to do something with this team, and let's actually go play now. And keep like messing around with all these teams. Let's go for a green-brown banner and see what we can do this week with this on our Let's Play account. Okay, there we go. Green-brown. And we still get 2 life. We have 2 wild plains in there. And oops, I did not mean to click out. Okay, let's see if we can do a mid-tier person. Not with that team. With our... Oh, it's still called Map Farm Team. Let's call it Wild Plains, because it is for this week. Wild Plains. There we go. Let's see what we can do. Hello, Fat Ninja DM. Welcome. Hello, Chris James. Welcome. When leveling up troops, can you picture them saying, "Offer your souls," in a somewhat cryptic voice? I never thought about it like that, but that's kind of interesting. Never really thought about it. Always seems weird that you'd use souls for it. I never really seen a game that you like upgrade everything with souls. Like even like the old like Puzzle Quest games, they never use souls or anything like that. That's something they did for Gems of War exclusively. And I don't know, I never really think about it that much, but it is like kind of weird that that's how you level everything up, is just by giving them souls. Like even like the divine characters and everything like that. Oh, just give them souls. Okay. Let's see. We need to take damage. I also need to not get devoured. Also, I think that's enough damage to kill us one shot. That's not good. Well, there goes any plans of doing that. Hellcat is way too underleveled. He's actually going to get a double kill when he does that. That's going to be pretty devastating. And I don't have any mana I can take right now. Yep, there he goes. Oh, he didn't cast for some reason. Not going to help us, though. I'll just take green. Oh, he'll take a skull. That will help us. Not an excessive amount. Ooh, that'll help us a lot. Okay, we got our Hellcat up. Can we actually loop with it at all? Mana surge. Mana surge. Can we loop? That is the question. We can do it on red, but... Oh, wait. Never mind. We can do it on brown. But obviously, we don't want to do it on red. What's the easiest way to get arcane trait stones? The easiest way to get arcane trait stones, and the main way that I'm doing it on this account, so I don't have to waste a bunch of time farming, is just save all of your glory. Never use any of your glory for glory chests. Never ever do that. But save all your glory for whenever events come around, and whenever a trait stone comes around that you need in the event, just buy a bunch of them. That's currently what I'm doing with this account. It's why I have like 8,000 something glory already on this account, even though it's under a month old. The main thing I'm doing that for is so we can just buy all of our arcane trait stones from the shop, so I don't need to worry about getting it by any other means. It's just a lot easier doing it that way. Okay, we have 42 damage. That is not enough to get a kill. We can't lower that. And this is not looking that good. I don't even know what we should do here. Maybe I'll let it skull and then we'll do damage. I think we'll do that. So let's throw this at him. It won't kill, but we'll kill it with the split damage. And he'll hit us with skulls, which will give us more damage. And now we can kind of do our turn. And then eventually end it with our Hydra. The only thing I don't like about this team is we're not gaining souls. Always got to get them souls, or else we're not going to have anything to level up all of our other troops with. We don't have the souls for it. What do we do? What do we do? Do we take a skull or do we leave it for him? Actually, we can do both. So that'll be perfect. So we'll take that. Oh, I forgot the greens. Okay, good. He doesn't actually need them, though. So we'll let him poke us with skulls deliberately. And then we team wipe. The problems of Hydra. It takes so long to actually set it up. But once it goes, boom. Team wipe means everything. Oh yeah, doing one-turn wins are a lot of fun. I don't think I got a single one-turn win yet on this account. It's a lot harder for it to do. Because we don't have anything that actually can do like those one-turn cycles currently. Or actually, I could probably make a few teams that could do that, but they take way, way, way too many resources to go make. Because I don't think I really have that many of them. Plus, they'd be excessively slow to the point that it wouldn't even be worth it. Kind of like this Hydra team right now. Like, it's probably not going to lose like against anything that we're doing. But it's going to be a little bit too slow because Hydra, it's the main reason why I'm not a big fan of Hydra. It just takes so long to set up. Because you need to take damage, then you need to live on it, and you need your other troops to support it. And it takes like 10 to 25 turns of setup before you can even get like a devastating cast off. Whereas many other troops can do it from their very first turn that they get mana. Hello, Mr. Foxy Gaming Videos. Welcome. Okay, Hellcats. We'll throw that on the purple. If I clicked it correctly, hopefully. Okay, we did. The misclicks. No, that actually wasn't a misclick. But I could see me misclicking a lot. Okay, we'll do that. He's actually not going to get the skull, though I did want him to take the skull. The more damage he can do to our first slot, the better. We can actually kill something right now, and I think I'm going to. We have higher attack than literally his entire team. Maybe I should just make a double Botaurus team, gosh. With like Green Seer Giant Spider or something. I think that might even be stronger than trying to use this Hydra. What do we do? What do we do? Green, I guess. Feels weird not using green with this team because I keep using Green Seer with him. But, he doesn't need his Green Seer. It's helpful to have Green Seer, but it's definitely not needed. And we could just take a skull there. Actually, I might not even take it. Don't we already have enough damage? No, we don't. Now we do. Actually, we can just do the Botaurus. Again, we haven't even used the Hydra at all. Yeah, maybe I just might go... Or why do I keep calling him Botaurus? That's not his name. I actually keep forgetting what his name is. I keep wanting to call him Botaurus, though. Yeah, Hydra can be somewhat good in the defense team. You need to get pretty lucky with it, though. Normally, whenever I put Hydra on defense, it only gains like about a 30% win rate. Oh, I have a very weird team on defend right now. That is not what I want on defend. Where's my defend team? Wait, do I not have a defend team anymore? Oops. I kept overriding so many slots, I don't have a defend team anymore. Let's see. What can we use as defend? We'll just use this. I think that'll be sufficient. Okay. That'll be our defend team. The Drifting Sands team from last week will be our defend team. Hello, Kamakan. Welcome. All hail the Hydra. The mighty Hydra has awakened this week. And then will return to its cave after this week. Because very rarely would you really need Hydra if it doesn't have a bonus. It just doesn't have enough HP to support itself. And you'd have to basically have Ladier and Ariel on your team to do it without it. Which I wish I had. That's one of the epics that I don't have on this account that I really need, is Lady or Ariel. There's quite a few purposes for her, and one of them is actually assisting Hydra. It is probably the best thing you can pair with a Hydra, is a Lady or Ariel, and there's a few other purposes for her too, like with Vinoxia and a couple other troops, but we don't actually have them as of currently. But let's go throw this down. Mainly want to get that Emperor Corvash away. It's pretty dangerous. Wow, this guy's actually pretty good early on in the game. I was having some struggles with it on my main account. I was like, what on earth can I make to make this thing work? It doesn't really work later in the game, but of course, the developers, for some reason, well, for a just reason, they they scale the game basically around level 50 to 300 because that's where about 80% or so of the player base actually are. But the problem with that is extremely early in the game and extremely late in the game. The scaling is all out of whack normally, and we can see earlier on in the game, this thing is just absolutely destroying. I don't think there's anything that it doesn't one-shot at this point. Unless we go for like a 3 trophy. Yes, they actually did have the same bonus last week, but I completely forgot it was a thing. But yeah, Hydra did have 25% last week and this week, which is kind of interesting. But after this week, I'm pretty sure it won't have 25% again. I can almost guarantee next week's bonus will be an elf and something else. It'll either be elf and a new kingdom, or elf and something else, I don't know. But don't forget, the new kingdom is coming later this week, likely on the 20th if they do the servers. If you guys been wondering why the servers have been all wonky, it's because they're currently actually integrating their servers over. They did their database to a new database 2 months ago, and now they're finally doing the servers. So if you're ever seeing a bunch of error messages like the past few days or today, that's mainly what they're from. And hopefully after the server change, they won't really get any more errors anymore. Hopefully. It could likely still happen, but they'll be reduced a lot compared to what they would normally ever be. Also, hello, Kelber. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I don't really care for this team that much, actually. Maybe we'll go with something like a double of this troop. I keep forgetting his name. Gosh. His name is Minogor. Maybe like double Minogor? I'm feeling that kind of team might work sufficiently. But let's let them take another skull on us. Definitely need that to happen. So we can actually do a bunch of damage to him, or a little bit more damage. Every single HP damage he does to us is 2 additional damage to them. So that's quite a bit of damage that we can get off. I'll go for Dragon Soul first, mainly because it's the most annoying. Then again, maybe I should have went for Night Coronet. Then again, Night Coronet will actually help us. If he gets all of his mana, he'll be helping us more than he'll be hurting us. So let's just give him a bunch of yellow right here. He'll take one of them. Good. And now he'll hit us. I'll just take this though, just so he doesn't do just a little bit less damage. And now I think we can kill him with Hydra right now. Entire team. Oh, don't you dare get an extra turn. Okay, good. And I think that's team wipe. Nope. Come on, Hydra. Gosh, even early on in the game, Hydra doesn't team wipe. If we had a Rowan, it probably could. If we had a higher HP, it probably would. The problem is I don't have a high HP on this account. We have literally no HP kingdoms. I don't have a Lady or an Aerial to give it HP. We don't have like anything that actually assists Hydra correctly, or at least the really good troops for it. Ooh. This isn't a good situation to be in right now. Well, we'll just throw that over, I guess. We can kill him with the new troop. Ow. Well, at least it can't win. Yeah, Bull Taurus 2.0. Well, it's kind of a little bit different than Bull Taurus. I would say that Tuskar is like Bull Taurus 0.5. But yeah. I don't know. What should we call him? Just Bobo? I don't know. I need some kind of name for him now. I'll keep remembering. Let's see. Well, it's called Minogor. Actually, Bobo wouldn't work. Minnow. I could just call him Minnow. But at that point, it'd be easier just to remember Minogor. Oh, visually, it kind of is, yeah. Just call it the second Boltaurus. Yeah, visually it is. Ability-wise and concept-wise, it's not really the same. Also, one's a Centaur, one's a Taurus. Okay, I'm actually going to leave those skulls there simply because we want the damage. So we'll just go Alchemist. Yep, I almost just took that before taking the other free turn. Yeah, server migration will be interesting when they finally get it all the way over. Like, once it all settles, we should be pretty good at never really lagging too much, because these servers are going to be a lot better than what they previously had. Supposedly. Supposedly. Okay, do we take Skull or do we let him take Skull? I don't even know which one would be the better option at this point, but let's just go Hellcat. Get a couple poke damage out. And just keep poking him until we run out of turns. Oh, I should have taken the Skull there. That one I should have taken. Ooh. If only we had Hellcat up right now instead of Alchemist. That would be very nice. But we'll just take a Skull. Let him take a Skull. Actually, I'll let him take... Oh, never mind. Only one Skull. I can't let him take two. We don't have a healer, so I can't, like, re-heal it to undo it. So we gotta throw that down. Okay. Well, that split pretty unevenly. Not ideal at all, but we'll just kill out the Corvash, and that's pretty much the win at that point. Your current event team has Serpent, Minogore, Alkalite, and Bone Dragon. I could actually make that team. Wait, Alkalite. Why can't I remember what Alkalite is off the top of my head? Alkalite. I actually can't remember what Alkalite is. That's pretty sad. It has to be one of those, like, necromancy ones I don't normally use. Oh, I know what Alkalite is. Is that blue-purple troop that used to be amazing that's not anymore, that creates browns. Oh, he used to be, like, one of the most overpowered troops in the game for, like, 1 month. And then he wasn't. Yeah, it's that one Carecroft troop that creates browns that's blue-purple. I remember who he is now. Oh, I remember when he used to be good. Those were the days. His ult ability used to be, he used to gain 1 magic every single time he casted. But his amount of brown gems was raised by magic. So you could just keep getting higher and higher magic until he fills the entire board with browns. And eventually, after casting him a couple times, you could just keep spamming him like crazy, and it was a lot of fun. Those were the days. When troops actually spawned gems based on magic. It was very broken days, though. Oh, see ya, Chris James. Have a good night. Yeah, the only problem with me constantly doing 7 p.m. streams, because we are going to be doing 7 p.m. streams from now on, for the foreseeable future. It won't always be Gems of War, but, you know, like, every single day we will be streaming at 7 p.m. for at least a few hours. But the only problem with that is anyone in a Europe-like area, that's pretty much when all of you are sleeping. So it doesn't really work that well, but it's the most convenient time that I have out of the day, so it's a little bit unfortunate in that regard, but we still have all the other streams. It's not like I'm streaming any less. Like, we still have the Friday, Saturday streams as well. I'm gonna get, like, a nice, neat schedule for it eventually up. Might even put it in my little banner thing. And at the beginning of streams, because I've had a lot of people lately ask me, it's like, when are you going to stream, or what's your schedule and stuff like that. And I've been so inconsistent with it lately, and I kind of want to get a schedule up for it. You're using Courage, Sunweaver, Minogore, and Fenris. What would you replace Fenris with? Let's see. Color-wise. Well, you don't want to use Courage first slot. You'd probably want to replace it with a tank. And do something like, a tank, Minogore, Courage, and Sunweaver in that order. Because you currently don't have a tank, and you really need a tank. And Courage is really bad in first slot. Because he can only raise the attack of all other allies, not himself. Oh, it's 2:33 a.m. in Finland right now. Wow, you guys are staying up late. I've been trying to get to sleep a little bit earlier lately, though. Last night, I went to sleep at, I think, like 3:30 a.m. 3:30, 4 a.m., somewhere around there. Yeah, you could use Sunweaver as a tank, but if you're going to be using the Minogore thing, you might as well just buff up the Minogore and use that as your tank. Because he benefits more from having a higher attack. Actually, they kind of benefit evenly because they both have Monster Slayer. But, you know, he actually uses that higher attack for triple damage. What do we do here? I guess we just go purple. Can't believe we actually got that surge. Easy. Easy. Or early. Oh, never mind. You said well, that replies for both. I know, early. It's like, what do we define as early? Normally, these days, early for me is like midnight. If I go to bed by midnight, that's going to bed early. That is early for me. And waking up these days before 8 a.m. is normally early as well. I have a really weird schedule right now. I know in college I used to wake up at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. But now that's normally when I go to bed. I've reversed it. Okay. Well, I'm scared what he might do. I don't want him summoning. That will just get in the way. So try Minogor Courage, Minogor Sunweaver. You could try that. You might need to replace out one of those Minogors for a support troop, though. Like a Hellcat or something. Or Green Seer. Either of the two. But yeah, that would work. I've actually never bothered trying double Minogor yet. Not even on my main account. I just assumed it would be, it would lack the mana generation. Which it would. That wouldn't change the fact that it would lack mana generation. But it would have high damage output. Which may make up for it. I want him to cast already so I can team wipe his team. Because as long as our Hydra lives, we win. Yeah. Well, I wish it would have done a little bit more damage than that. But we'll go kill out this mainly because it's more HP. And then we team wipe. It only had 1 more HP, but that's still more HP. And hopefully Hydra will kill it now. There we go. Yeah, I'm not actually too huge a fan of the team I'm using right now. But regardless of what we use, we need to have Taurus on it. No exceptions. So, double Taurus. Taurus, they're everywhere. Okay, let's see what I can do if we ditch the Hydra. I'll probably still do a video with this, though. So let me actually keep this on slot. Let's just cheese it like crazy and just do, not that, and do, where's our Drifting Sands team? Literally just replace that out for the new troop and see what happens. This technically would work. Oh, I keep calling him Taurus. Keep forgetting his name. By the end of the stream, I will learn what the new troop is called. It is called, Minogor. Oh no, this just seems so off for me as a name. I never heard anything called that. Also, I kept calling him Tor during the video, not Gore. Like Minotaur or something. But there's already a Minotaur. For him. Wait, he's a Taurus named Taurus. Really? Really? Devs, really? Okay, anyways. Well, we don't use yellow. We do use every other color though, right? Yes, we do. Okay, so this will work. If worst comes to worst, use our normal setup and just put a event troop in the back of it. Gorgotha, Dragon Soul, Minogor, Snothelm. That actually sounds really good. Unfortunately, I don't have Snothelm or Gorgotha on this account. I don't really have any good tanks on this account other than Corvash. Though Corvash is like one of the best tanks in the game, so I guess I shouldn't really complain. It's like, oh, I don't have any tanks except like one of the best tanks. I also have basically no AoE except one of the best AoE. I feel like I have that a lot on this account. Like, I don't have a lot of anything, but I actually have, like, somehow managed to get, like, the best version of almost every single thing. Because we got Bone Dragon, too. It's the only Skull Spammer we have, yet it's the best Skull Spammer in the game. So, I guess we technically do have, like, one of everything. And it's just, like, the best of every single one, for the most part. The only problem is we don't have a variety of them. There isn't much we can do with various team building. Which is something you get limited with a lot earlier in the game. But there's normally just a couple solid builds that you can build with, like, weaker rarity troops that just work with, like, anything. And normally one of those troops are Valkyrie. There's almost anything you can't put with a Valkyrie that would work. Same as a lot of these, like, convert a single gem to another gem. Everything like Alchemist, Hellcat, Green Seer, Giant Spider, Alchemist, and Valkyrie. I think I said one of them twice. But all of them that convert a single color to a specific color of choice, or transforms a color of choice to a specific color, all of those troops are insanely overpowered in this game. Every single one of them is one of the best troops in the game. And of course, Giant Spider is one of them. Pretty much every team needs to use at least one of them when you're early on in the game. Even later in the game, you kind of need it, because it not only gives you board control, it gives you mana as well. So you get 2 things done for the price of 1 troop. And Keeper of Souls, but that's skulls. That doesn't really count. He also has the highest mana cost out of all of them. Whereas all the other ones have a much lower, like 10 to 13 mana cost. Giant Spider is the 2nd highest, but at least it spawns something whenever it does it, which is why it's so high. Also, thank you, Das8028 plays Roblox for the subscribe. Much appreciated. I've actually seen quite a bit of that game too, Roblox. I've never bothered to play it though. I wonder if it's free to play. I don't even know that much about it. Oops, why'd I do that? I could've just won with Corvash. Whoa! I forgot, it's a monster, so it takes twice as much damage. Oops. Whoops. Ow. Forgot about that. Mistakes were made. But yeah, is Roblox actually free to play? I've seen gameplay of it before. I've never bothered playing it. It's kind of like Minecraft in a way. Just with more game modes, kind of. And then less Minecrafty. I don't know how to describe it. I've actually never even played Minecraft either. Let's see. What do we even do here? I can hope for a random skull drop, but that's not really going to work. We'll go for it. Come on, RNG! Nope, didn't get it. He'll just kill us out. Pretty close. Gosh, I ended the other turn and I didn't see. I was like looking at chat and not even noticing that we had Corvash. It's like, whoops. At least we get max souls now because of it. Let's see. Valkyrie's nice since Ferris Raw because of souls. Oh, you actually got a Ferris Raw? Nice. Yeah, Valkyrie's insanely good with Ferris Raw. One of the best troops you can possibly synergize with it. And it's easy to obtain too. Not the Ferris Raw, but Valkyrie, that is. What's the best team for Gorgultha? I don't know exactly what the best would be. One of them would probably be what I normally use is Gorgultha, Dragon Soul, Giant Spider, and in last slot either Kraken or Hero with Creeping Death. That is one of my favorite teams to use with Gorgultha, but you can use almost anything with Gorgultha and it'll work. As far as the absolute best, that's mainly depends on your playstyle and on what you're actually looking for. Like if you're looking to get some soul farming with it, or if you're just looking for pure speed. But that's the team I normally use with it, is Gorgultha, Dragon Soul, Giant Spider, and last slot of either Kraken or Sorcerer class with Creeping Death. Either of the two work. Yes, Ferris Raw is in the drop pool, just like all the other mythics. But the problem is, you can get any mythic as a drop right now. So there are currently 9 mythics in the game, if I'm not mistaken. So even if you somehow manage to get a mythic drop, there's only a 1 in 9 chance that it'll be a Ferris Raw. So yes, he is in the drop pool, but no, the chances of you getting him is, specifically him, is like near impossible. Of course, it could happen, but you are more likely to get a random mythic than you will be of getting Ferris Raw. Because, like I said, even if you get a Ferris Raw drop, because every single mythic is currently in the drop pool, that's only a 1 in 9 chance. Though, if Kedar ever comes back around, you can spam event keys and try to get it. Though, I don't know how productive event keys are. I don't think anyone has actually tested to see what the mythic drop rate is on event keys. If they're the same as gem keys, they're definitely not worth doing. But yeah, bottom line is he's still around. It's just nearly impossible to get him due to how drop rates work in this game. Really wish they would rework how mythics drop just slightly, because with them adding another one every single month, it's becoming increasingly more impossible to get specific ones. And yes, they're adding them to kingdoms and stuff like that, but they've never done any way to get like some of the older ones, like Famine, War, Plague, and what's the other one? And Death. All 4 of them are not in a kingdom, so there's literally no way you can get them easily, other than just random luck. The event was so easy this week. Oh yeah, it is. That's actually something I should be doing right now, a little bit. I don't want to like excessively do it, but we should do it some, because it is ridiculously easy this week. Actually, I should go show. I'm pretty sure most of you saw it in the video, and probably, just by reading the event this week, probably already figured out a very easy way of doing it. But, oh wait, I would have to do challenges, though, to do it. Oh, wait, I can't do it. I forgot. I actually can't do it. But what you have to do is go to a challenge in a kingdom that has a lot of purples on it. And then just keep battling it over and over and over again. And you would get a lot of the event gem very, very quickly. But I just remembered, I don't have any quests done on this account. So I don't think there's a single kingdom I can actually go and do it to. I would have to check on my main account to see which one has the easiest one. And at that point, I probably wouldn't even be worth doing the quest line for. I completely forgot about that. But let me go search every single first kingdom battle and see if one of them has 3 of them in it. And if one of them has 3... Oh, come on, server issues. If one of them has 3, we'll go do it. Darkstone might have 3. Let me see. Challenges, first challenge, scout. There we go. We'll just do this challenge. It doesn't have 4, but that's as close as we're going to get. That's as close as we're going to get. Plus, it has a fortress gate up front, which is ridiculously easy. Actually, I didn't even realize this challenge used to be this easy. I didn't realize there's another challenge with fortress gate up front. How long has this been here? How long has this been here? Oh, well. Let's go battle it. I know, RNG is normally pretty stingy. It's always stingy. Uh-oh, just go blue. I mainly just need to get Dragon Soul up with this team. I need to make a team that gets, like, Dragon Soul up as quickly as possible if we're going to try doing what I'm trying to do right now. Which is just do these for 3 event gems every single time. The problem with that is Corvash is not helping that at all. What we're trying to do. Let's see. What could we possibly put? We could put a Hellcat there. And then, like, one other troop. But we'd need a Hellcat to be able to feed it mana. I would need to not have a Corvash there so it doesn't block the giant spider. So we need a Hellcat and maybe something in last slot. If we could find something like maybe just a double giant spider, maybe? Yeah, we'll probably go with that. Put a Hellcat in there, put double giant spider, and go from there and make that work. Okay. So that would be a lot quicker than what we're currently using. So let me go switch that out. Hello, Dbarrel. Welcome. Okay, we'll just go purple, I guess. Okay, let's go make a different team for this. There we go. Event gems. That was easy. 10 gems already. Just like that. And we got mail for some reason. Defend rewards. Okay. Not even doing anything with them, and they're giving us a bunch of rewards. I'm fine with that. Okay, so let's go and switch something up real quick. Let me go get a completely different team. Not that one. Oh, I have 2 of the exact same team saved on slots. So let's actually overwrite this one then with the farming team. We'll just call it farm. Farming. There we go. Let's plant and reap our crops. Okay, so let's just go for Dragon Soul. And actually, I could first slot Dragon Soul. Double Giant Spider. He has a Fortress Gate. He can't kill us with skulls, pretty much. And then we'll put a Hellcat in there. There we go. Simple as that. And we'll just get... Actually, maybe we should just go another Spider. You know what? I'm just going to go another Spider. We might as well exploit the fact that it has Magic Link. And such an early trait. Let's go 3 Giant Spiders with a Dragon Soul. Oh, I don't have a 3rd Giant Spider. Oops, never mind. Hellcat it is. Didn't even realize we don't have a 3rd Giant Spider. How on earth do we not have a 3rd Giant Spider? I have some Ultra Rares upgraded to Epic already, and I don't even have a 3rd Giant Spider. Oh well, oops, not what I meant to click on. Let's go and see the challenges again. And keep farming. Yeah, that is ridiculously easy. First challenge, we get all that for it. Wrong team. Farming, there we go. All we need is 1 Purple Surge, and I think that's enough mana to go all the way up. You got a Mythic from a gem chest today, War. Is there any good, and what would you put it with? You'd normally put it, if you don't have it fully traded, you would put it in last slot and use it as a attack spammer. You mainly put things like Apothecary, Valkyrie, pretty much anything that can actually give it a bunch of mana. Like a Valkyrie, Apothecary combo, or Deep Bore, or actually, never mind, not Deep Bore, it has full mana conflict. But basically, anything that can feed it mana, you want to give on that team. Another pretty good trip to use with it is Lady Arnariel, if you happen to have her around. Lady Arnariel is pretty good. The amount of teams you can make with him is pretty limited without having him fully traded. And I would not advise actually fully trading him because he does, like all mythics, cost a lot to trade. But yeah, he's not that bad, particularly earlier in the game. He is relatively decent, mainly because of how strong Burn is earlier in the game. Later in the game, you don't see him that much. But if you're under level 300, so you'll be able to just Burn spam like crazy and should be fine with just doing him. You don't really need attack buffs or anything like that. You can if you want, but you mainly just need to spam his ability to make sure everything on your enemy team stays burned. And then you just win that way whenever you use him. Haven't you had enough of farming between this and Stardew Valley? Oh, we are going to farm like crazy on everything. Never gets done with farming. No. We aren't going to be farming here forever this stream. I just wanted to do it a little bit. But I do have the patience that I could literally just sit here and do this the entire time if I needed to. But that wouldn't be too exciting. But we will go through it a couple more times. At least until we finish out all the challenges. Maybe like 1 or 2 more. Let's go Hellcat. Why not? Throw that out. We get just a random purple anywheres. We just instantly get all the mana back. Almost. Never mind. Almost. Actually doesn't do all the mana, but pretty close. We'll just do that on brown, and that's the win. Easy souls, easy gems. I listen to music on occasion, not like excessively though. Did I ever receive the donation you sent? How much was it for, Camp Gun? Because I did get a donation the other day. And I'm not quite sure if it was from you or not. It actually was sent from, it was sent from YouTube though, not my other one. Which is why I didn't notice it. Because the one I currently look at only notifies me whenever I get one from the link below. If you use that little $sign that's in chat, or if you use the one on my actual YouTube page, for some reason it doesn't notify me directly. But yeah, we'll just do this a couple more times and head back to PvP with the Taurus. Go for the glory. For glory! We also need to get 1.9k on it anyway, so we'll go do that. Dragon Soul we'll just toss around. Probably do... Actually, not the Hellcat yet. That'd be a complete waste on this kind of board. Watched you running yesterday in Stardew Valley. Got a lot done. Oh, yeah. Wait, you were doing both at the same time? Nice. Let's see. Hello, H82. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We'll throw that at blue. Oh, you did use the $sign. That's why. Okay, yeah, I did get your donation then, Kamikon. It didn't notify me for some reason, though. Normally it does. But I did get it through the thing. It was a $1 donation then, right? Maybe my thing just doesn't notify me under a certain threshold. It notified me for a $2 and a $2.50, but I noticed on my thing there was a $1 donation, so that might have been what it was from. If it was a different amount then I have no clue where it is. Because that's the only donation I got yesterday. Let's see, we'll move that up. I thought I put the threshold down enough that it would actually do $1 donations, but I think what I did was I set the donation threshold at $1. So I guess if someone actually does a $1 donation, it doesn't notify it for some reason. So I should probably lower that threshold then. Let's see, we'll just explode it. Well, there's actually 2 ways to... The way that you did it is actually... It's weird, because there's certain rates for everything. Of course, there's a transaction fee for pretty much anything you do online. And, the way you did it is actually correct for a $1 donation. Because there's 2 transaction fees I have. One through one of the links and one through the other. And both of them are different scale on them. If you use the YouTube one or the one in chat, it is optimal for $4 donations or less. Anything that's $5 or more, I lose a couple cents on. But for the other one, it's better for $5 or more. So the one on YouTube If you use it for like a $5 donation or less, it's actually would give me more money by like pennies. And the other one would give me more money by pennies as well. It's a little bit weird how it is, because one of them's, I believe, a 2.3% plus like 20 something, and one of them's like a flat 5% rate. So depending on which, I forget exactly what the exact rates were on both of them, but regardless, it doesn't really matter that much. Regardless, it's like a penny's difference in either way. But yeah, I do have them all at a $1 threshold though, mainly because anything lower than that, you might as well just keep the money, because there'll be such a large cut taken out of it that I basically get none of it. Or basically none of it. Especially on PayPal. I think PayPal is like something amount of cents than the 2.3% or something like that. Though I do really like PayPal ones though, because PayPal is the only method I actually get the money instantly. Every other payment method I have to go and actually go there, claim a certain threshold, and then put it to my bank. Whereas anything on PayPal, it's instantly there. Let's see. Well, we'll go back to PvP after this battle then. No need to farm this entire stream. I'll probably do it some off stream, because I'm pretty sure all of you have been doing something similar to this in this week. Any of you that are actually playing this. So probably getting bored of seeing it if you already did it too, having to do it like 500 times or so. Or you wouldn't have to do it 500 times. You'd have to do it 167 times. You would have to do this if you wanted to get all of the event gems this week. But of course, I'll be doing most of that off camera. Let's go back to PvP to not waste as much time or do something a little bit more interesting. Well, we kind of tried the Hydra team, didn't quite work out. Let's go back to our, not that, though that does give a lot of souls. Let's go back to this, our traditional team, just with a Minogore in the back. I have a feeling I'll be using this team a lot, just with the event troop in the back. It seems to be working quite a bit. Kamikon, if you did send it, I actually didn't get it. Try using the other link real quick and see what happens. I'm kind of curious if it would work that way. It could just be because my threshold is too high. Let me go see that real quick on my menu. Let's see, my donations. Let me go lower the one that it alerts for, because currently I have it so anything under $1, I think, or anything that is exactly $1 or less won't alert. But I do want it to alert for if anyone ever does do a $1 donation. Let me just check that real quick. Nope, minimum amount to alert is 0. So that should do literally everything. Setting this to 0 will make every donation trigger an alert. Oh, I know why I didn't alert. I don't have... Nope, never mind. That is not what...
This is a test fan funding alert for $37.
Maybe that's why. I don't think I set up the fan funding page for it yet. That might be why. No, I did. And the threshold is 0 for that too. Okay, I don't know why I didn't do it then. Let's see, let me do that again. And actually look at the stream. Cheers. No, it works.
This is a test fan funding alert for $47.
It works. It works from what I can see. Let's see. That's weird. I don't know why it's not alerting for it. But I did see it when I looked at the fan funding page thing the other day. It did show a $1 donation. It didn't show who it was from, so I had no clue if it was you or not. But it does show that it was one there. I don't know why, but fan funding does like a product number for like every single person, whoever does it. For some of them, if it does it through this program, I can see who the name is. But for some reason, it's not doing it for $1 donations. I have not the slightest clue why. Well, that's fine, Camcon. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Well, we'll just go throw the skull down. Yeah, there's been a lot of weird things happening with my little alerts. The other one is whenever someone subscribes, sometimes it does a double alert whenever they subscribe, which is very weird as well. You got all the event gems on Kedar with your Crimson Bat team. Oh, which one? I do a lot of different Crimson Bat teams. Let's go end this with a Dragon Soul. Get our extra souls. Might as well. Oh, does it actually show the 5 glory that we get in the battle? I actually wasn't paying attention to that. Let's see. Do we get the 5 glory within the battle, or is it just given after? Yeah, we get it right there. Yeah, that's obviously... There's no way that was not included. 12 glory. But yeah, there we go. Nice. Ooh. Should we take on the level 1172? No. I technically could if I use Bone Dragon, but if he's using an Corvash first slot, that would be a little bit annoying. Because one shot of his would just counter us. You're using 2 Soothsayer, Herdmaster, and Bat. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good team to use. Yeah, that actually used to be one of the very first like team wiping challenge builds that anyone ever built. Except people used to do it with Valkyrie and Crimson Bat before Soothsayer existed in the game. But then everyone pretty much switched over to that team. Yeah, it's really good for doing challenges because you can easily get up your bat to a one-shot range. And then, of course, one shot, just kill them all out, and then boom, you're done. And just keep repeating it until they all die however many times you need to get the event gems or whatever you're collecting them for. Or even just for EXP farming is pretty good. Or if you needed, like, trait stones or something from there. Yeah, I might just have to stick with this team. I don't really have anything currently with my composition on this account that can win quicker than what we are using right now. Less than 2 minutes battles for 4 event gems. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, I miss doing 1 minute battles. There used to be a lot of teams that used to be able to do 1 minute battles, but there's basically almost no way to do it now. There is actually a way to do it now still. But there's very little reason to do it. It's basically pure grind. But you can do it with Hero using Archer class with the War and Peace weapon with 3 Soothsayers on the team and using a double brown banner. You can do this with just taking a single brown pair and then just cast your War and Peace on the first challenge in Divinian Fields. And that is enough to team wipe the entire team if you have enough magic. And then you just keep repeating that. And it takes like 40 seconds, I think, per win. Maybe even less than that. I haven't actually like bothered putting a timer to it and like testing it. But it's pretty small amount of time. What do we do here? Let's just take the purple. If in doubt, just go for the Dragon Soul mana. That's always the best method. Can you suggest a Dragon Slayer team using Dragon Cruncher? Normally I just put it with a mana looping team with it, so you can keep spamming it. Either an Alchemist Hellcat or a Green Seer Giant Spider. Thank you,
Tacet.
Yep. It's working now. Maybe it just doesn't do it for $1 donations. But thank you, Kamikon, for the $1.11 donation. Much appreciated. I don't know why the other one didn't trigger. Sorry about that, but that one did. Oh, that's probably why. Even PayPal always works better. PayPal is always the best payment method for pretty much anything. If I can ever pay through something through PayPal, I always do. And also the percent that I get for PayPal is like one of the highest too from like all these different payment methods. I think credit card is like the lowest. Let's see. We'll just go here. But yeah, if any of you guys have any questions or team builds you want me to do, or mainly questions, we're actually on our Let's Play account. But if any of you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave them in chat, and we will get around to all of them. Also, don't forget that the new kingdom is coming later this week. Pretty sure all of you already know at this point, but figured I keep saying it for the few of you that don't. Should be a pretty nice one too. We're finally getting the Elf Kingdom. Elves have been useless for forever. Pretty much forever. Actually, I don't think they've... other than Lady or Nariel, there really isn't a good elf in the entire game. So, we'll finally be getting some good elves, hopefully. We'll just throw this down. Get some damage out. 1 HP! No! Well, hopefully we can take out the green or something and go from there. And that's almost a team wipe. Just one more, and that will be the souls and the team wipe. Or never mind, we'll just core vash it. Don't even need to. Your favorite elf is Tyree so far. Oh yeah, Tyree's pretty good too. I almost forgot about Tyree. Tyree and Lady or Nariel. I actually don't have a Tyree on this account yet. I almost feel like doing Zol carry just to get it. But I have a feeling if I just wait long enough, I'll be able to get it off an event. What would you spend gems on? You already have the Death Knight armor. Oh, then don't bother with any of the 500 gem armors, obviously. You would have to spend all of your gems then on, basically 50 bulks of gem keys would be your best bet. The only two things you really have after that point, once you get Death Knight armor, is gem keys and event keys. Normally you want to stick with gem keys, though, because they are a lot cheaper by, like, 50%. And they give a drop pull from everything. Event keys are focused just on specific kingdoms, but that isn't always good unless the week is like a really good week, like a really good legendary or a new legendary. Like next week is going to be the new kingdom, and that would kind of be a good week to do event keys. But for the most part, once you get the Death Knight armor, or once you get both of the two 500 gem armors, all you really spend gems on are 50 bulks of gem keys. The main reason you do them in 50 bulks instead of 10 bulks or one at a time is because you actually get a slight discount if you do them in bulks. So you just wait until you can do 50. If you're a little bit more impatient, you can wait. Just keep doing it at 10. But definitely don't buy them one at a time. That would be a complete waste. Wait at least till 10 or 50. Ideally 50. Oh, thank you, Kamikon. I know, three Tyrees is actually pretty needed, too. Because the Tyree team I want to build, which you actually have all the troops for, it's Green Seer, Giant Spider, Double Tyree. And that would be, like, the perfect map farming build. But the problem is, even if I do Zol carry, I'll only have one Tyree, not two. So, I kind of just want to wait until the event. The triple Tyree event is probably going to be the best epic that could ever come out. Or as far as the event weeks. Because there's not too many excessively good Kingdom epics. And Tyree is actually one of the better ones out there. What do we do here? Oh, in doubt, take the red. Maybe get skull out of it too. Okay, we didn't get the skull. That doesn't matter too much. You can only do 5 damage to us at a time. I like that it rounds down. Because no one in early game really uses stone skin. And they already have such low values. And being able to round down works very well. Is Minogor, Fenair, Green Seer, Salvani, Mora a good team? Wait, does Minogor have Beast on him? Oh, he does. No wonder why you guys keep saying Fenair. I actually didn't even notice that. Yeah, that would be a pretty good team. You just keep buffing up the Minogor. You then buff up the Fenair once your Minogor dies, if it dies. And you just use your Green Seer to get up the mana. Is your Salvani Mora traded? Though it wouldn't matter too much, but... yeah, that seems like a pretty good team. Pretty much anything with Minogor, Green Seers, and Salvani Mora is going to be pretty insane, though. Which you already have all there. What do we do? What do we do? Do we not have the turn? No, we do not. I guess we'll just go on brown. You have 5,000 or so glory. Is it worth getting the new troop and then with them, or save them for the next one? What do you mean with that, Adrian? You definitely want to get at least one of the new troop because you can get glory every single PvP battle this week. But do you mean like buying multiple of it? Unless you really need red-green trait stones, I would not advise buying multiple of the current event troop. Just get one of them and then save the rest for probably next week. Because next week will be the new kingdom's troops that are coming in. I forget if it's 1 or 2 troops that are coming in for it, but of course we'll have the whole other kingdom. And if any of the new kingdom troops are overpowered, you'll definitely want to make sure you have enough to get quite a few of whatever the glory troop might be. I currently do not know what that is as of this current moment, but we'll know soon. When will consoles get the event weeks? You guys will be getting that next patch. When you guys are getting next patch, I do not know. But you guys will definitely be getting it next patch. The problem is, we have no clue when next patch is occurring. So, unfortunately, I have not the slightest clue when you guys are getting it. But it will definitely be within the console's next patch. Right now, the developers are mainly worrying about servers. They're integrating all of their servers over to a new servers. Because their current server providers, they ended up closing a little after the new year. And now they're integrating into a new server provider. They already changed over their databases about 2 months ago. And now they're just doing the servers. And that is their main focus the past few days and this next few days. So hopefully they'll probably get that down. I want to say about midway through this month. Maybe by the end of the month. Though I cannot really confirm when consoles are actually going to be getting event weeks. Other than that it should definitely be in the next patch. I don't see why they wouldn't put it in next patch. And then we just ended with the Corvash. Next week is 1 unit pack. Oh yeah, it is a 1 unit pack. I thought so. I just didn't know for sure. Oh, come on. I got silence, death mark, freeze. How annoying. Like 3 of the most annoying effects you could possibly set. Just that's all 3. Actually, there's quite a few annoying effects, but death mark and freeze I would say are the 2 most annoying sass effects in this game. What do we do? What do we do? I'll just go green. Oh, hello, spider, who's blocking. The blocks are real. Nimade was on last night. Asked her about the server. Very frustrating. Oh, she said they were very frustrating? Well, hopefully they get all that sorted out. I know there's been quite a few errors with it today. A lot of people have been talking about that. They even had to make a post on their Facebook and on the forum and everywhere. It's like, hey, if you're getting a bunch of error messages, we're switching over to servers. Along those lines is what they said. I guess let's kill it out. Yeah, I've gotten about 3 or 4 server hours to stream, and we've only been streaming for a little over an hour. So, a lot of server errors. Does your own card will be in next patch? Oh, will my card be in next patch? I have no clue when that's coming around. I actually sent them a message on that and they haven't replied back. Mainly because I'm pretty sure they're busy with a bunch of server stuff, but we'll see. Also, what on earth is this team we're up against? Yeah, I haven't really gotten a reply back to them for a little while in that regard. Well, I mainly just sent a message for it like yesterday. So, I'm pretty sure they're hung up with the, what's it called? The server switch. But it will be coming. They tend to take forever when actually implementing some things they say they'll implement, though. Like the Dragon Kingdom, they were talking about the Dragon Kingdom. Like the Dragon Claw Kingdom, they were talking about that in December of 2014. Dragon Claw was actually added in, I forget the exact time, but it was added in 2016. About 1 year and like 7 months after they ever talked about it. So sometimes whenever they say something, it'll be a lot later. Though that should be in probably by this summer, Smirky. The troop that they were going to add for me. It's just they need to go through the art department and a few other things with it. And they haven't even done the art for it yet. So we'll see what happens with that. Let's see. And I even tried, like, asking them, it's like, hey, do you want me to just commission someone else for the art? And they're like, no, they want to do it in-house, so they actually matches everything else, which makes sense, but I figured I'd get some of the burden off their backs. She said they were very frustrating, and she said working on them as well, or as we speak, and continue to work on them. Yeah, they were basically doing it all day when they were, like yesterday. And they're probably still going to be doing it, like, all day today. Well, technically today is their day. Because right now, I think in Australian time, it's like their noon time. Somewhere around their noon. So it's kind of like the middle of their work day right now. Also, the developers were saying that they're trying to get redeem codes back on. Because we did used to give out redeem codes every single day. on his channel, if any of you remember that. That's actually not too long ago. That was like about a month ago, and for a long time before that. But they are still trying to look for a way to get that integrated, and we may finally have redeem codes working, hopefully within the next month or so. So that would be great if they can ever get that functioning again.
Mana surge.
Redeem codes with Apple in the picture? Impossible. They might find a way around it. They're trying. Wait. When you answered my question, YouTube messed up. Did you say buy 50 gem packs? Yes. Buy the 50 packs of gem chests are the best thing that you can do. The 50 bulks of gem chests. Don't do it on event keys because they're from a selected pool and they cost more. Unless the kingdom is really, really good in their legendary choices that they have, you really don't ever really want to use event keys. You pretty much just always want to go for these over here. Once you get both of the 500 gem armors, or if you get the Death Knight armor, basically the only thing you should really be buying is this right here. The 50 bulks of gem chests. You can see, or never mind, we can't see because I have too many event keys over it. But it costs 50% more to do event keys, and they actually have the exact same rarity of drops. The only difference with event keys is that they drop from a specific kingdom, which some weeks would be good if the kingdom is very good. Like next week is going to be the new kingdom that's coming out on PC and mobile, so that week would be a good week to do event keys and maybe worth doing 10s or 50 bulks of event chests. But on pretty much any given week, it's almost always better to do gem chests, just because you get more payout for it. Gem chests are even better than VIP chests in many situations. VIP chests in general, you only use if you're trying to get every legend in the game, or if you're trying to get mythics. Those are the only two purposes that you'd really use these things for, or if you want a bunch of arcanes too. But gem chests overall actually give 3 times as many drops as VIP chests for the exact same cost, which is why gem chests are normally a bit better, even than VIP chests, which are supposed to be the best chests in the game. VIP chests actually aren't the best chests in the game. They're just the best chests in the game if you want to unlock everything in the game. But if your intention is not to unlock everything in the game, and you're just trying to get like solid teams and everything like that, gem chests are way, way, way better. And of course, in 50 bulks are most optimal, because you get a slight discount for it. The only legendary you're missing is Imp of Love. Imp of Love is from February to March, if I'm not mistaken. You will be able to get a Imp of Love in the drop pool. It is a random legendary drop. And if you want it badly, I would say save a bunch of gem keys for when that occurs. I don't know exactly if they do it right when February switches over, but all of the imps come for 2 seasons. They come, or 2 months, I mean, not for 2 seasons. I'm starting to say seasons as if this is Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon or something. But every single one of the imps come for 2 months. Let's see if I can actually remember what they are off the top of my head. December and January is Winter Imp. February and March is Imp of Love. April and May is Spring Imp. June and July is Summer Imp. August and September is Autumn Imp. October and November is Spooky Imp. And that's all the months. So those are when all of them come. I have a video on it too, if any of you need that. But that's when you can get all of the seasonal imps. They're only available in those 2 months, and they're just a random legendary drop. I don't even have my Autumn Imp up to Mythic yet on my main account. It's the only one of the imps I don't have all the way to Mythic. Okay, we'll just write that down. Oh, you can actually get them from legendary tasks regardless of season? I actually haven't seen that yet. I actually haven't gotten any of the seasonal imps from a legendary task, but I guess that's possible. Oh, there's actually another way you can get them too, though you'd have to be VIP 5. VIP 5 actually drops every single drop in the game regardless of season, if I'm not mistaken. Even if like a legendary just came out, like sometimes they have them only on event keys, even then they normally are in the VIP chest drop pool. But of course, if you don't have VIP keys, then you can't really do it that way. Plus, VIP keys are like excessively expensive. Let's see. Oh. I was wondering why I had a mail. It was just a donation from earlier. I was like, I wasn't supposed to get any mail today. Some days I keep an eye on it, but other days, whenever I see one, it's like, why on earth is someone emailing me? But I keep forgetting. Sometimes it's my automatic notifications I have.
Mana surge.
You're not quite there yet. You're still VIP 4. Well, maybe they'll finally add another decent purchase. They haven't really added a really worth purchase for a while now. Well, they kind of did. They added the, actually, last patch they added quite a few different purchases, but the only ones that were really, like, excessively worth it were those, weapon packs. The weapon packs and maybe, like, the VIP key packs. Even the, Path to Glory and everything like that, even though it's pretty good value, personally, I didn't find them to be worth it, which is why I didn't even bother getting any of them. But the other two are kind of worth it. Like, if the VIP keys, if you don't even have the VIP key thing, is pretty worth it. The, weapons for $5 is pretty worth it. I think I was actually one of them that helped convince them to do that too. Because, I was, like, complaining on the forum one day. It's like, hey, the console people get $5 weapons. Why don't we? And I kept, like, basically not promoting every single weapon they ever did for, like, $10 or $15. And then they eventually gave in and did the weapons at $5. So that was slightly from me. Though I'm pretty sure I only had, like, slight influence on that. Pretty sure some other people complained too. But I was one of the factors behind probably getting them to go shift to $5 weapons on PC and mobile. It was only logical, though. They were doing it on console. Why wouldn't they do it on PC mobile? Because the $10 and $15 they were charging them before were, like, excessively too much. I wish they would finally not charge money for them, though. Like, that would be the most optimal thing. But if they're going to charge money, they might as well make it cheap and actually affordable. Because all those weapons used to be available for free from events. But they were only ever available for, like, one event. You can almost consider it, like, the beta of this game. Which I guess that's kind of, like, a little small reward for everyone who was here when the game first started. But back when this game started, every other week there used to be a weapon. They did that for an entire year, but then they pretty much just completely stopped giving weapons out for glory. Which was a bit unfortunate. Wish they never stopped doing them, but the main reason they kind of stopped was you only have one hero that you can ever have in your team, and many times people weren't even using them, and they were starting to make some of the weapons that they were giving out like too strong, and eventually they end up stopping basically at crescendo, because I guess they realized is like basically no one in the game are using them, and they have to keep making them more and more overpowered just to make people actually even consider using them. There is a patch coming up eventually that's going to be reworking Hero, and hopefully when they do, they'll add a way to get like the old event weapons back easily or something like that. But as of currently, they're just trying to profit off them. Oh, no, thank you, Josh Graves. I have no clue what I answered from you. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, the 50 gem thing. Yeah, 50 gem chests are always best. Once you have either the Death Knight armor or both the 500 gem armors, you basically just keep going 50 bulks of gem keys. Very, very rarely would you ever do anything other than that. Oh, you got there just from buying the Death Knight armor and all of the weapon packs? Wow, that's interesting. You're mainly buying them because you enjoy playing Arena. Oh yeah, Arena is a lot of fun. And they finally made the payout worth it. When we started this Let's Play account, I ended up doing like 8 Arena runs in a row. I haven't actually done that much since then, though. The only thing I really hate about Arena is how long it takes. Because I can't really do an Arena run as a YouTube video, because it just takes so excessively long. Like, I could cut it into 2 parts, but then that wouldn't be interesting. It kind of works good for streams, but, I don't know. Maybe we'll do another stream of Arenas then, at some point. This account needs more souls, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe like in a week or 2. I definitely don't want to do it anytime this week, obviously, because the new kingdom's coming. Our main priority is going to be doing like so much content for the new kingdom, because we'll have 8 new troops to have to go over, maybe even 9. I forget. 8 or 9 are coming within the next week or so, so we'll have all that to deal with. Plus a whole new mechanic in the game, so it's going to be interesting how that pans out. Yeah, an arena run on average takes about 40 minutes to an hour, and it could even take longer than that if you had a horrible draft. And that's quite a bit of time. Of course, you can stop it at any time, which is good. But if you want to do it in like one session, that is a lot of time to do one session. This stream right now has only gone on for 1 hour and 25 minutes. That's basically one arena run and maybe like 1 or 2 battles in an arena run. Like, that's how long arena takes. At best, that would be 1.5 arena runs. How long we've been streaming this entire time so far today. Hello, Super Aryan. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, let's just take that. Let the rest drop. Get a bunch of skull taps. Okay. Ooh, nice. Huge thing of brown. 3 reds. Board is being pretty nice to us. We can just get a little bit more mana. That would be ideal.
Mana surge.
Would you save all the keys for new troops? Yeah, I'm actually doing that on this account. I'm doing that on my main account, obviously. But yeah, I would say save your keys for it. New troops are always fun to use. And normally there's at least a few of them that are particularly overpowered. So, because the developers haven't had time to balance any of them like excessively. Because they normally don't think of every possible team combination. And there's normally like one extremely, or at least a few extremely devastating teams that you can make that they didn't really foresee occurring. So, it's always good to save some keys for whenever a new kingdom comes out, because you'll be able to get them all before they even have the chance to nerf them, which is always good to do. Do keep in mind, do not use your event keys when the new kingdom actually comes out. You have to wait until next week when the actual kingdom event starts, because if you try doing them now, even when the new kingdom comes out later this week, you're still going to be pulling Wild Plains drops. You're not going to be pulling the new kingdom drops. So don't use your event keys until the event switch over next week on Monday. But as far as all of your other keys, you will be able to use them as soon as the kingdom comes out. But as far as event keys, you need to save them until the event actually switches over. Because this whole entire week, even after the kingdom comes out, will be considered Wild Plains, not the new kingdom. But all your other keys, like glory keys, gold keys, gem keys, VIP keys, guild keys, you can use all those this week, and it won't matter at all. But event keys are the only key you'll have to save until the event switches. Yeah, I should probably mention that in the video. I actually forgot if I mentioned that or not. I need to really emphasize that, because I know a lot of newer players and just some players in general don't know that completely. Because whenever a new kingdom comes out, what they basically do is every single one of the new kingdom troops will be available in all of the drop pools, but it doesn't actually switch the event. So event keys still drop the exact same as whatever the current event is, which is of course right now Wild Plains. So it doesn't actually switch until they actually do the new kingdom event, which is until this Monday. Actually, sometimes they even delay it another week. I know when Blackhawk came out, it was like another week and a half before they even got to do the event week for it. And everyone's like, come on, we want the troop already. Alright, I think it was for that or for Leonis Empire. One of the two, I actually forget. But there was like a point when they added a kingdom and they were like, for the first time ever, they didn't do it like the week after. And everyone's like, come on, give us the event already so we can get the legendary. Because it's pretty hard to get the legendary drops without using event keys, because of how big of a drop pool there is. And it becomes harder and harder with the more troops they add. But of course, event keys just bypass all of that, which is probably like one of the very few things that event keys are good for, is whenever a new kingdom actually comes out. What do you think about the $50 30-day pack with the mythic card at the end? Which one of them? There's 2 of them that do the exact same thing. Are you talking about the Trait Stone one, the Path to Glory, or the Growth pack? Both of which are pretty much worth it. The Path to Glory one would give you more Trait Stones, and the Growth pack one would give you it instantly, so you wouldn't have to wait the whole 30 days. And it would also give you a lot more gems and stuff, but it would not give you a bunch of Trait Stones. Oh no, it depends. Do you want instant gratification or not? That would basically say which one you'd kind of go for. But yeah, they're pretty much worth it. I would say get the Death Knight armor pack first, though, if you haven't, though. Death Knight pack is way more worth It's the most worth thing you could possibly do, other than daily gems. But like bigger purchases, it's like the most worth thing that you can do is the Death Knight armor. So get that if you haven't already, instead of either of those 2 packs. But if you have to do either of them, the 30-day pack is fine, or the growth pack is fine. Both of them are pretty good value. Let's see. Much better than spending them directly on gems. I think even the growth pack in general gives more gems just from buying it than how much $50 even would, which is kind of weird. It just shows how unbalanced some of their older purchases are. Like, just buying gems directly with money is pretty much the most worst thing that you can do in this game, money spending wise, because the way they have it scaled is not good at all. Like, it's scaled based on this game just coming out, and they've never updated it once.
Mana surge.
Your team you're using now, now it works late game, and it's like level 200 to 250. What team are you using now? Oh, you didn't even know about it? Well, some people don't, because one really bad thing about this game is nothing in the game is really explained excessively. You just kind of have to either know it by ear or by talking to people or stuff like that. And I've been trying my best with this channel to basically be the information that this game lacks, which is how we're able to grow so much, because there's basically no resource out there that helps people with all of the ins and outs of this game. Because there's a lot of stuff that this game does not explain at all within the actual game. And unless you hear it by ear or just from talking to people or other things, some stuff of this game you probably will never even know about.
Mana surge.
Oh, the team I'm using right now, yeah, it would work late game. You can use this at any point in the game, it would work. It'd be a little bit slower late game. I would not use this as my main team on my main account, but it definitely works, that's for sure. Like, nothing about this would be bad later in the game, other than having Taurus here. I would not use a Taurus there. But we could essentially put, like, any of the event troops that ever come and put it in last slot, and it will work with this team throughout the entire duration of the game. That is one pretty good thing about getting Dragon Soul, even though it's a pretty rare drop, unfortunately. But if you happen to get a Dragon Soul, you pretty much can just run through the entire game with just a Dragon Soul with how it's currently balanced, or the lack thereof. Because it just has that kind of scaling where it doesn't matter when you use it, doesn't really matter what your stats are or anything like that, it'll scale decently. Okay, we'll throw that down. Because Dragon Soul starts off with high everything. It then gains more explosions as it levels, it's magic. And as you gain more troops just from going through the game, you get more variety with the dragons, and it just keeps scaling upwards and upwards and upwards very nicely. I kind of wish there was more troops like Dragon Soul, just because of how nicely it scales through the entire game. Even though I keep saying like how overpowered it is early in the game, it is probably one of the few troops that has a really nice scaling balance throughout the game, because it has like a progression. You can see it growing as it goes. You get more selection, you can make it stronger, you get a little bit more magic, you can make it stronger, and it kind of has like all those like small progression things, and it just is always constantly strong because of that. More troops need to be like that. Maybe not as overpowered, but just tone it down just slightly, make it slightly better in late game, and then boom, multiply that to like 1 billion other troops and the game would be fine. I wish they would add something as a lower rarity that would do that too. They've been adding some boost ratios that kind of do that earlier on in the game, but there isn't like a single one, except maybe Wraith. Wraith is something that you can scale throughout the entire game, and it just goes like crazy. Because that 10% chance to instantly kill is the main thing that does that. Oh, you end up getting a famine with it. Nice, Thurium. Didn't see that there. I actually haven't gotten a single mythic yet from a legendary task. Wish I would. Oh, speaking about mythics. Wait, what? This guy's a level 67. Talk about pay to win. He definitely bought this Salvasi Blades pack. Because I believe that's the only way you can even get Salvasi Blades. Unless he's been playing forever. And he's just been a veteran player or something who came back to the game. But look at this. He's a level 67 with a Draculus, a Ferris Ra, and a Keeper of Souls. That is insane. Oh, and he has Salvini Blades. which means he's either been playing since 2014 or he bought the pack. He's pay to win. No, he's not pay to win. Look, we can literally one-shot them. Definitely not pay to win. They actually both have very low armor, which makes them really receptible to true damage, which is why we just did that. But, yeah, that's one good thing about this game, is it doesn't really have a pay to win factor. There's always a counter for everything, for the most part, except Bone Dragon, no. But sometimes there are a little bit of holes in the counters, and that's normally what makes overpowered teams later in the game. But for the most part, pretty much every single thing in the entire game has some form of counter, one way or another. So it's really not pay to win. Once you get like a nice selection of teams, which I would say does take about 100 hours of gameplay or so, but once you actually reach that point on an account, you can pretty much just counter any other team. There's always commons, rares, ultra rares, and stuff like that that are able to actually counter out bigger troops. And we'll just throw another Corvash. And that's pretty much the match right there. Do we know how many new cards are coming out of the new kingdom? I believe we do. I believe it is 8 total. 7 when it launches and an additional 1 on the following Monday. It's either 8 total or 9 total. Let me go double check that real quick. That's actually a pretty good question. And I was going to do a video on it later, but I didn't double check all the information yet for the stream. But let me go double check it real quick, and we can see how many are coming. I believe it is 7 initially, and then the 8th one on the following week. But I do want to go double check. Maybe they added new information, because nothing's official until it's actually in the game. Let me go to the thread over here and double check what they've been saying about it. Oh, they're talking about the triple banner. I didn't actually see what it was, though. Actually, I think it was just speculation. I don't think they actually figured out what it was. Come on, somewhere's here it is. Come on. It's loading. Loading. Go back up. Come on. Oh, there they are. We are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I was right. We are going to get 7 on the 20th, and we're going to get an 8th one on the following week for the event. That is how they're going to be doing it. So unfortunately, not 9 troops. 9 troops would have made it a lot easier to actually get the kingdom upgraded. But yeah, there'll be 7 troops when the kingdom comes out, and then there'll be additional 8th one on the event week, which will be pretty easy to get. The one that comes out on the event will literally be the easiest one to obtain, because you can just buy it with glory.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Well, there's 2 ways you could do it. You could either save for the 50 event keys next week and try getting the legendary, or you can try doing 50 gem keys later this week once the new kingdom comes out. Definitely don't spend them now, that's for sure. But that would mainly depend on your choice. Because if you do the gem chest, you won't have as good of a chance to get new kingdom troops. But if you find that the new kingdom troops are really good and you actually want like quite a few of them, don't actually buy the 50 gem chest. Buy the 50 event chest, because you'll be able to get all of the new kingdom out of it next week. Don't buy it now, though. Buy it when the next week's event switches over. And then you'll be able to get every single drop pretty much will be from the new kingdom. But you'll probably want to see if you actually want the new kingdom troops first. I'll do a video going over them. It's mainly all we have right now is a forum post about it. Which I've been mentioning a couple things from. I even actually read over it during like 2 of the streams twice. I'll probably just make a video for it at this point, because we already read it like twice on stream. I'm not going to take the time to do it a 3rd time, but I will do a video for it probably tomorrow morning when I wake up. I'll probably make a video out for it, because it'll probably be coming like a day after or 2. So just to give kind of like the spoilers right before. But yeah, definitely don't spend your gems now, is the bottom line. Which chest you'll do will mainly depend on if you want the new troops or not. If you do want the new troops, you spend them for 50 event keys on the event switchover next Monday. Or if you don't want them, or you don't want them like excessively bad, you'll just go for the 50 gem chests once the new kingdom actually launches. And you'll still have a chance of getting them. It's just you'll get a lot of other troops with it. Plus they're cheaper that way. You just wouldn't get as much as the new kingdom. When they release the new kingdom, I'll probably just do all kingdom quests and claim the kingdom's epic. The kingdom's epic actually seems really bad. Like, really, really bad. Like, if they don't change it from now until they release the kingdom, like, it kills an enemy or it kills an ally and then replaces it with an elf. And I think it does, like, one small other thing on top of it. But pretty much every troop that has had, like, ability like that in the past have been extremely bad and underused. And just take Sacrifice, for example. That's all the proof you need, but we'll see. We'll see if it actually works out or not. But I'm pretty sure the new epic for the new kingdoms is, like, abysmally bad. Also, we'll probably be able to get a bunch of them, the really bad epic next week as well, because it's going to be the event for it. So it's probably going to be the free epic that we get. Why have not learned... Wait, why have they not learned from Sacrifice? I don't know. Sacrifice is, like, beyond, like, underpowered. Like, when I was first looking at all of the Guardians, on paper, I was like, oh, Sacrifice is actually going to be pretty good. It gives a bunch of magic. Magic is good. And this was before I knew what their trait stones were, though. But I was like, oh, yeah, Sacrifice will probably be, like, one of the biggest ones. Like, on paper, like, being able to give your entire team a bunch of magic and spamming it seems like it'd be really strong. But in practice, when it adds, like, that instantly kill a troop thing, there's, like, nothing you can do with Sacrifice at all in practice. There's no troop that synergizes with it except Giant Spider, and even that doesn't really synergize that well because Giant Spider doesn't need additional magic. So it just it flops like crazy, and it just doesn't work. Humility is, like, exponentially better than a Sacrifice, and it does what Sacrifice does, except it doesn't actually kill, and you still get magic, and other stats as well, so... There's just no point in Sacrifice. Sacrifice is like a joke troop that people only use in defense, pretty much. I actually set my defense thing as 6 Sacrifices on my main account, but then I got tired of losing, and I was like, I'm not getting that many more wins, I might as well just put it as... the most overpowered team in the game, which I currently have my defense team set as Wraith, what is it again? Wraith, Bone Dragon, Courage, and Famine. It is the most overpowered late game team in the entire game for defense that I can possibly think of. A lot of people actually use it. It's pretty popular right now. A lot of people put their Courage in second slot, though, instead of third. I prefer it in third slot, mainly because it gives the Bone Dragon attack, and the Bone Dragon will be able to freeze them if they don't have immunity to it. I wish what they would do with Sacrifice is make his ability just kill himself, but make it a lot more magic. Like, make him so he can only cast once, but make it so he does, like, 2 or 3 times more magic than what he currently does. And then he'd be pretty good.
Mana surge.
Let's see. Might just take red here. Yeah, we'll go for it. I don't mind him taking skulls at all. I know, exactly. You just sacrificed and then boom, you win. You can technically already do that. So that doesn't sound as overpowered as it might seem. You can literally do that right now with Humility, except on an infinite loop. Which means you can just do it till however much magic you want. Or until you have 1,000 every stat if you want. All you need to do that now is just do double Humility with a Crimson Bat. And on double Yellow Banner. And you literally have the exact same thing right now. Which is why I think they should buff up Sacrifice to something like that. Maybe not specifically that. That would be pretty broken under some circumstances. But at least something better than what it is now. It's laughable how weak it is now. They really need to buff up Loyalty and especially Sacrifice and nerf all 4 of the other Guardians. Just slightly. Not like excessively, but that would really help to balance them out quite a bit. Because probably one of the most popular things right now these days in late game is to use the Guardians on your team. Because they're just so powerful right now with what they can do. When they get fully traded, they just go insane. And then again, Justice. You don't even need Justice fully traded for it to be insane. You just need to have like a fully traded Queen Mab, and you're set to go. Or Borealis, or a Ice Golem. Any of the three would work with it. Yeah, even Brian the Lucky is better than Sacrifice, and Brian the Lucky has been off the meta for ages. I remember when Brian the Lucky used to be like the most overpowered troop in the game. I really miss those days. It was like 2 or 3 months. He used to be the most overpowered troop in the game. Back when Crimson Bat and a few other troops were pretty big, you just get a magic buff on it and then just instantly team wipe. Brian the Lucky doesn't really have that many good traits, though. This is the only problem. Like, if I ever even bother using Brian the Lucky on this account for whatever reason, I never actually trade it, because it's just not good in that regard. But, Brian the Lucky plus Humility is normally pretty funny. I do find that double Humility is normally better, though, because you can actually keep looping, whereas Brian the Lucky, he ends his turn the second he casts, which is not always optimal in many situations. What's a good counter to Queen Mab and Justice? That's all I see in PvP. Entangle. If they aren't using an Impervious first slot, all you have to do is Entangle and make sure your first slot has Impervious. That's pretty much all you have to do. Or at least make sure that you have Freeze Immunity or Impervious on some of them or something. But Entangle is basically all you have to do to counter it. Basically, no one uses an Impervious troop with a Justice team. So if you just Entangle their first slot, they can't do anything. Also, keep in mind, troops can't gain attack while they're entangled. So any attack buffing that he does during it as well doesn't even count. And of course they do 0 damage from skulls whenever they're entangled. Okay, let's see. Let's go for blue here. Take out purple. Always got to get those dragon souls up. Oh, no problem, Maximus. Yeah, if anyone else has any other questions or team builds you want me to do, feel free to leave them in chat. Oops, I forgot to take the green. Because we could always go back to my main account if we want to do team builds or anything of the such. Because most of the stream we've been on this Let's Play account. Initially playing around with Hydra and then kind of just doing this and spamming it. Because this account still doesn't have a excessive variety yet. And with our low amount of souls and the fact that I just used a bunch of them on Hydra, I'm kind of stuck having to use this team over and over again. Because we don't have anything that's too optimal aside from this. Like this, we can kill pretty much any team with this team. Except for 3 trophies because of our lack of stats. But other than that, works pretty well. Technically, if I wanted to kill any player in the game, all I have to do is just use Bone Dragon. We could literally kill someone who's like level 1100 plus if we just use a Bone Dragon on them. Bone Dragon is just that overpowered against high armor. Actually, let me see how much gold we have right now. I think we can finally get our last attack kingdom upgraded. Of course, as soon as I get the last attack kingdom upgraded, we are going to need to get another magic because of the new kingdom. So technically, we're not done even after we do this, because in like 2 more days or so, 2 or 3 more days, we're going to have to do the entirety of the new kingdom that's coming out. And yeah, that'll kind of stop us from being able to do it, unfortunately. So let's go check it real quick. Yeah, I have enough gold for it. Oh wait, I have way more than enough gold. Actually, did I already do it? Never mind, I might have already done it. Wasn't even paying attention. Did we? No, we didn't. Never mind, Blackhawk. There we go. Let's get the last on Blackhawk, get our little attack. And there we go. We have every single combat kingdom upgraded to max. Now we just have to save all of our gold for when the new kingdom comes out. And then we will have 4 additional attack and 5 additional magic. Because the new kingdom's going to be magic. Then I start getting every kingdom to level 9. And then we don't get a single other kingdom to level 10. And we're good to go. And we'll be able to do most of that by level 100 probably. Maybe by 150. I don't know how long that would actually take. We have dragon armor now though for the whole duration. So it should go a little bit quicker. I'm also going to be joining a better guild soon too. Though I do want to get the kingdoms upgraded just a little bit more before I commit to finding a new guild. Which is kind of why I'll probably do it like midway through next week for this account. The annoying ranger. Actually, we're starting to get to the point out of early game that ranger isn't as annoying anymore. You know you have all the kingdoms to level 10. Woohoo! Oh, you have them all to level 10 now. Which kingdom would you try to get their stars up first? All the magic kingdoms, I would say, get the stars up first. Every single magic kingdom is best kingdom. Then do all the attack kingdoms. You basically do it in the exact same order that you do leveling. You'd want to do the magic kingdoms, then the attack kingdoms, then all the other kingdoms. The only difference is you'll kind of worry about tribute a little bit more. For example, White Helm is one you'll probably want to do because you'll want to make sure that's a pretty high tribute. So you can use it as your home kingdom and set it for a very high glory reward. But other than that, you pretty much just do all the magic kingdom first and all the attack. And then go from there based on whatever tributes you like or what you have available. Hello! Common Sense is uncommon. Also, great name.
Mana surge.
Okay. We could gamble right here and take the yellow and hope for a red, a purple, or a purple. The chances we'll get one of them is pretty high, but if we don't, that'll be really disappointing. Ah! The fail. Ouch. Well then, that didn't work out that well. We had 3 chances to get one of them, didn't get a single one.
Mana surge.
Oh well, we got the mana up now. I don't think we're gonna lose anything from it. Ooh. This is a weird move. Okay, we'll take that. And now we'll Corvash. Any idea where to farm an Arcane Deep trait stone? Arcane Deep. Isn't that the pure blue? If you can tell me what color it is, I can tell you where it's from. No, it's not pure blue. Wait, what's an Arcane Deep colors on of that trait stone? I actually forget it off the top of my head. Let me go double check it in the thing real quick. Oops. Let's kill it out real quick before I do that though. If I knew the color, I can tell you what kingdom it is. I don't know all of them by name though. I know most of them by name. But Arcane Deep, I cannot remember that one off the top of my head. But I'll tell you what kingdom you can get it out in a second. Let's just go to our hero and then we can see all their names. Arcane Deep. That can't be pure blue. Is it Kazil? Let's see. Collection. Deep. Blade Swamp. Deep. I wish this was in alphabetical order. Deep. Oh! That is the pure brown trait stone. Oh yeah. If you want the pure brown trait stone, all you have to do is go to Kazil. And do the challenges there, do the quest in there, do literally anything here. And there's a chance that they will drop the arcane that you are looking for. Optimally, you would want to be doing explore here, but you do have to have the kingdom done before you can. But doing Kazale is actually a pretty good kingdom to have done. Because once you do the bonus quest line at the end of it, you get a weapon called War and Peace, which is actually a really good arena weapon. It's also a really good early game weapon, and it's used for a EXP farming exploit that you can do. I've mentioned a couple times. Actually, it's my most popular video on my YouTube right now. But it's the Soothsayer with Archer class with triple Soothsayer build. It's the best EXP and trait stone farming build in the entire game right now. Or at least for challenge trait stone farming anyways. But yeah, Kazale. Kazale is where you need to go.
Mana surge.
Good evening, Viper Twin. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. No problem, Josh.
Mana surge.
I think... Oh, no, I'm not going to go brown. We'll play it safe. We would have to have gotten a surge here in order to get enough mana. What do you think of the new troop Minigore? Pretty good in early game. Pretty much useless in late game. And a very good arena pick for any time in the game. A really, really good arena pick. I almost want to play arena just to try using him in arena. Like, keep drafting until we finally get him. I might go do that on my main account, just to show how strong he actually is. Or weak, because he is pretty low on HP and armor. But he has the highest attack of any troop that you can draft in arena, which is pretty insane. So I definitely want to try that out sometime. Of course, we can do that whenever, but it doesn't have to be this week. But I do want to actually use him in a arena run at some point. It's a little bit hard too, because we do ultra rares. Ultra rares get drafted last, so there might be a mana conflict. Even if we get him in our draft, we might not be able to draft him because it doesn't fit with whatever we previously drafted before it. Yeah, has anyone in chat actually played arena and gotten a arena run with the Minogore yet? Because he seems like someone who would be like excessively overpowered in arena. He not only would hit triple damage every single cast, unless they attack buff. That would be the only thing that would really stop him. But he would also have the high space attack of anything you can draft in arena. The only big fault he would have is he dies almost instantly to anything. Because I believe he only has 13 durability, which is very excessively low for an ultra rare in arena. I believe it's 9 HP and 4 armor if I remember correctly. Which is very, very low. Because most of the comments have higher than that. Oh, one-shotting Bone Dragon? Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, later in the game, I can't do that. But earlier in the game, we can. We're doing 42 damage. We can one-shot pretty much his entire team other than his hero. And now we can one-shot his hero. So, yeah, earlier on in the game, it is very, very strong. I was trying it on my main account, though, and I was actually struggling to find some better ones for a video. Because there's just nothing he was working with. He's too much scaled for earlier on in the game, and I just couldn't figure out anything. Though, a lot of those I probably should be showing off on my Let's Play account. Because if they have no purpose in late game, then I might as well not even, like, really bother making builds out of them. Because no late game players are actually going to use them. And the builds I need to build on my late game account to actually make it work aren't as applicable to everyone. Either because people might not have the troops, or because it's for a late game scaling that I'm trying to make it work for. So for more troops like that, if there's ever more troops added that are kind of like more towards early game, I already did that once, but I really need to do that more often. Whenever any of them are more early game oriented, I need to show them on my Let's Play account instead of on my main account, because it will give them a better representation of how they're supposed to be used. Because trying to force every single troop to work in late game does not work. There's just troops that just can't be used in late game. It's just a matter of fact. Nothing you can really do with team building. They'll kind of just be there. Like, you can build teams around, like, any troop if you really wanted to. Like this team that we're using right now. We can put literally anything in the 4th slot and the team will work. But we're not actually building a team around it. We're just building the team into it. So, it's not really working that well. You could just literally set anything there and it's like, here's a team. Which, I guess those are kind of good because then you don't have to do as many things. Actually, that would actually be a good video idea. Builds that you can put literally anything as a 4th troop for. Because now that events are giving a lot of these troops, making a whole video out of like triple teams that you can make and then just plopping a 4th one down might actually be a good idea. I actually had an idea for that earlier too, and I didn't bother making a video. But now that event weeks came out, that might actually be a really good video idea I might need to do next week or something. Teams of 3 troops that can put literally any 4th troop into them and still work just as effectively. Because there are several teams that can do that, and what we're using right now with the Corvash, Dragon Soul, Giant Spider combo is one of them. Okay. Anyways, let's go, and there's nothing on this board. We'll go for Skull, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I know. His magic is very low, which is why I was using him with a humility earlier, just to kind of get it up higher. Like, right now, his magic's only at 14, or his damage anyways. His magic is, like, excessively low, and this is even as low as it goes, too. This is with the 25% buff, and it's only at 14. I can only imagine how low it is, normally. Isn't that basically Valkyrie Justice Mab? Yes, that is basically Valkyrie Justice Mab. For the most part. The only difference with Valkyrie Justice Mab, though, is you kind of can't put anything in front of it. It has to go in the back of it. Well, kind of like this team. Normally, with triple threat teams, you have to put them in the back, not in the front. Like with the Justice team, you can't really put a blue troop in front of it, or it's going to block your, oh, what's it called? Your Justice. Can you please try this team? Dire Wolf, Cockatrice, Druid, and Spirit Fox. Unfortunately, I can't do that on this account. I could go switch over to the other account and do that. As far as its effectiveness, it's basically the cheapest Magrim Woods team that you can make. Magrim Woods doesn't have excessively good synergy, but most of the commoner troops in there actually are fairly strong, like Dire Wolf, Druid, Spirit Fox. I don't know, is Cockatrice strong? I wouldn't really consider Cockatrice strong. It's a good counter, but I wouldn't put it in the strong category. It was before they nerfed it, though. They ended up buffing it and then nerfing that buff almost instantly because of how strong they actually buffed it up. It only had like really good stats for like a couple hours, and then they're like, oh wait, this is way too overpowered. I think they made it so it would create one brown gem for every single mana drained. That's basically what they end up doing to it. So like right now it would do like 6 plus 13, which would be like 19 brown on the board. And they almost did that to him, which would have been insane. Wish they would have kept that in the game. But as far as your game or team common sense, that's probably a pretty good team for now. I would not advise using it any later than about level 100. You definitely want to switch up into a different team at that point. Pretty much anything past that point, whenever you're using a full kingdom, just for the sake of using a full kingdom, you normally don't want to do. Because the later you get into the game, the less effective kingdom bonuses actually are. And if kingdom bonuses are less effective, then you don't really want to be using them. It's normally better, probably after about level 100 and 200, to focus more on the troop synergy rather than the bonuses that you're actually getting. Even this early in the game, we're at like level 70 or so, I'm focusing more on the team synergy than actually getting the team bonuses. Mainly because team synergy and having board control and stuff like that is normally more important than just a little bit of extra stats. Extra stats doesn't really do much if you don't have any board control or the troops that synergize with each other. And surprisingly, a lot of kingdoms don't actually have synergy within their own kingdom, which is a little bit weird. You'd think like every kingdom would have synergy with itself, but there are a lot of them out there that don't really have the synergy, and Magrim Woods actually is one of them. There are a couple double combos that you can do, like Finnair with a couple things from the kingdom, or Wolf-Garrick with a couple things from the kingdom, though he is a mythic, kind of work. But for the most part, there isn't really a all Magrim Woods team that really works unless you go into like Wolf-Garrick. Once you get Wolf-Garrick, you can do almost like any Magrim Woods team. But for now, that should be sufficient. I can't actually use that though because it would lose on my main account, and I don't have the resources available to use on this account. So I hope that explained enough, but if you need any other explanation for it, just let me know. Whitehelm's pretty good. Oh yeah, Whitehelm's a pretty good full kingdom. Actually, there's quite a few kingdoms that work very well with all of the same kingdom. Another one that's pretty good is Golvania, if you happen to have the mythic of Draculus. Or pretty much any kingdom with their mythic is actually pretty good with team synergy within itself. Because normally they're building it around the mythic that actually gets added, which is normally why. All Dragon Claw is pretty good. All Dragon Claw and all Zhejian, I think, are the two strongest all kingdoms that you can do in this game right now. Whitehelm's pretty far up there. Blackhawk is pretty far up there as well for entire kingdom synergy. On the PS4 and Xbox version of the game, an all Leona's Empire build is actually pretty good, using a Corvash, Amira, Manticore, and one other troop of your choice is a pretty good combo for that kingdom. I say console only, mainly because Manticore is actually nerfed on PC mobile, and I don't believe consoles got the nerf yet. Because if we go over to Manticore, it does all of its abilities, everything is exactly the same, but it has the fast trait, which just means it gets half of its mana at the beginning of battle. It used to have Empowered, which meant it got all of its mana at the beginning of battle, and that made it excessively strong. Empowered and Impervious are literally the 2 best traits in the game that any troop can have. The other one is, or the third one is Stone Skin. Those are the best 3 basic traits in the entire game, and it had 2 of the 3. And they basically can never give any troop 2 or more of them, or else it'll be way, way, way too strong. And that's basically what ended up happening with Manticore, and they ended up having to nerf it, obviously, because it just was doing way too much havoc in the game. Is there a team as strong as Valkyrie Justice Mab right now? Not really. It's basically known as the most strongest team in the entire game right now. There are a couple things that are like similarly strong, but as far as like the most commonly known, extremely overpowered one that a lot of people use, it is the Valkyrie Justice Queen Mab combo. But yeah, there's basically nothing in the game really stronger than it at the moment. There are things that are comparably strong, that are similar to it, but as far as like overall the best team, it probably is that team. It's very easy to build for the most part. The hardest thing to get is actual troop that can freeze all your enemies, but there's 3 troops that can do that. Optimal would be Queen Mab fully traded, but alternatives are Borealis or Ice Golem. And everyone during the winter thing who was playing back then actually got an Ice Golem for free like a couple weeks ago for Christmas, or about a month ago. So that one's a pretty easy one to do, and that build got like exponentially more popular when that troop ended up coming out, because everyone was able to do it, because all you had to do is put him in a team with a Justice, which everyone pretty much has, because all you need is a couple guild keys and a Valkyrie, which is only a rare, so pretty much everyone has that too. Oh yeah, Kraken is a lot of fun to use. His legendary trait's pretty overpowered. I'm surprised they haven't nerfed it yet, especially when you use multiple Krakens. I know that they are thinking about adding a nerf to the game that will not allow Legends and Mythics to have multiple of their unique trait in a game, so they can start adding better unique traits. But at the moment, with Kraken being able to spam as many Krakens on the team that you want, all you have to do is just build any Kraken build that has double Kraken in it, either a Green Seer Giant Spider or an Alchemist Hellcat, and it just tears apart everything. You can just infinitely loop them back and forth, and then just watch them go down 6 damage at a time until you eventually win. And it's pretty broken. And just his ability alone, 40% chance to devour is pretty nice, and the fact that he hits 2 is even nicer. Of course, he doesn't have the benefit of being able to aim like a Barris, but it does a lot more damage output if it actually misses the devour. What do we do here? And I think I'll drain it first, just so we don't have to deal with his ability. Actually, we can kill him right here. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. We get less souls. Let's go for the one-shot. That's 42 damage right there. This early in the game, that's enough to one-shot almost everything, except very tanky heroes and a few other instances. That works pretty nice. Oh, also, we're getting pretty close on our PvP objective. I haven't even been watching it this whole time. We're almost there. I am going to save my keys for when the new kingdom comes out, though, because I do want to get at least 2 or 3 of the new kingdom troops for this account, so I can actually use them and mess around with them and maybe do a little video on them, too. But, of course, on our main account, make sure... I don't know if it's actually going to be coming Friday night. If it does, I probably will stream it. But, definitely make sure to check. We'll be streaming all of the new troops on Friday and Saturday at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing all of them, including the new legendary and everything. So we'll be messing around, seeing what kind of builds we can get with them and all that kind of stuff. And we'll probably see what we can get on our Let's Play account. I highly doubt we're going to get much, but on our main account, we'll be able to show literally everything. Let's see. Your Kraken team is your go-to team for anything with nasty stuff in back. Oh yeah, Famine in back, Bone Dragon in back. It's always pretty nice to have. I almost think that this was the initial reason they even added it, was to have a really good back-hitting troop. Because backslotting isn't really something you do in late game. But when they finally added Kraken to the game, a Kraken and Assassin class were the two main contributors to actually make back hitting decent in late game again. Though not that many people use Assassin, but quite a few people do use Kraken. Because back hitting is almost pointless in this game until they actually added them. Because none of them are particularly good. Fenera isn't good. Pegasus isn't good. A few of the other ones I can't even think of off the top of my head because they're so bad aren't good. The only really good back hitting slot before Assassin class and Kraken got into the game was basically only Rockworm, which people don't normally use because you'd have to build literally your entire team around Rockworms. Like double Rockworm with a deep borer up front and maybe like one other troop is normally what people use for Rockworm builds. That's the only really big downside of Rockworm is you need at least 2 Rockworms and you need something to support them to get more browns on the board. Like an Apothecary and or a deep borer. When is my next Stardew Valley live stream? My next Stardew Valley live stream will be tomorrow, right? Today is Tuesday. Yeah, tomorrow, Wednesday. Our next Stardew Valley live stream will be tomorrow from 7 p.m. until I have no clue when. Until I get tired and need to go to bed. That's how long we'll stream for. But yeah, for now on, I still need to make a post about this. I'll probably make a video about it, and I'll probably make a little schedule thing for in front of the stream that I'll probably start using this Friday or something. But for now on, starting as of this exact moment, I will be streaming every single day at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The game I do will vary. I'll try to have some kind of little schedule for it. But we will be streaming at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day for the foreseeable future, including weekends, weekdays, and every other day. Literally every day. Unless I cancel it for whatever reason, but I'm trying not to cancel them. If I did cancel them, I'd probably notify in advance. But yeah, next Stardew Valley stream is tomorrow night. The basic schedule for them is going to be Sunday, Stardew Valley, Monday, Stardew Valley, Tuesday, Gems of War, Wednesday will be a random one, but for this week and probably next week, it'll be Stardew Valley. Thursdays will be Stardew Valley. Friday will be, actually, what would Friday be? I don't even know what Friday and Saturday would be. Saturday would be Stardew Valley. Friday, I might just do Gems of War again. I don't know. I haven't really figured it all the way out, though. I'll probably figure that out either tomorrow or the following day, what the exact thing will be. Are you going to get married in Stardew Valley yet? Or no, we haven't married yet. We're romancing literally the entire town in Stardew Valley because you have to do it before you marry or else whoever you marry will get jealous. So we're currently romancing literally the entire town. We're going to have 6 boyfriends and 6 girlfriends before we actually end up marrying one of them. But we have to do it that way or else we'll ruin our relationship slightly if we don't do it in that order. It's a little bit weird. Hello, Tate. Goodbye. Actually, I don't know if that's a racist comment or if that's just a reference to something. I actually don't know, so I won't ban that yet. But if he says something else, I'll ban it. Let's see. When you were, you could, let's see. Trolls? Probably. Yep, there it is. Okay. Yep. Let's see. Block. And there you go. Yep, and I just moved my tab so I can't see what's going on now. The fail of tabbing. You're in the middle of trying to ban him. Yeah, I can do them pretty quick because how I have my layout right now. It only takes like 3 seconds to ban someone if I need to. Let's see. It's always awkward when we get hate like that or just random racists or anything like that. And I try to keep my streams PG. Though with Stardew Valley making sexual references is a little bit harder. But I'd like to keep this thing free from cursing and other stuff like that. It's not something I normally do, so... I know not many kids even watch me. Like, I'm pretty sure a good majority of you are all adults here, but still. I like keeping it family friendly. Because I know there are, like, that small percent that aren't. Well, let's get Dragon Soul back up. We'll stick it over there. The person you marry getting mad at you flirting. Let's see. I want Dragon Soul mana up right now, but there's no way to easily get it. I don't even think we could drop for it unless we... No, there's not even a location to drop for it. So we'll just take the mana, I guess. We'll go red. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Also, Kane... No. There we go. That was the other one who was with... What's his name? Okay. Chat has been fixed. Okay. How far are we on rating right now? We still have like 230 or so. I definitely want to do that before the end of the stream. And we'll probably do a few other things too. I'll probably go for about another 45 minutes or so. I don't know if I'm going to do another video before I go to bed. Which is kind of why I want to end a little bit earlier. Though I normally do end a little bit earlier on Gems of War streams. The main reason is, I think my optimal threshold for playing this game is about 2.5 hours. Which we're almost actually approaching right now. Anything longer than that, unless there's new content, or a lot of new content, I tend to not exactly get bored, but like on this Let's Play account, like stuff for example, we're just doing like the same team over and over again due to the lack of variety we had, and we already did the other stuff. So normally that's about my threshold for how much is like the perfect amount of time for this game. Whenever there's new content, we'll normally go a while. Like, for example, we'll be streaming for a while on the night of the new kingdom. And probably on the following day, this Friday, I'll probably stream for, like... I'm gonna maybe even try doing 10-hour stream. 10, or maybe even do a 12-hour, I don't know. I'll probably try doing at least 10 hours. Might need to eat beforehand or during, though. But when there's new content, we can do these streams for quite a long time. Okay, let's just explode it away. You remember that someone in the Gems of War named Randiego got a 3-day ban as well? Oh, what did they get banned for? I've been seeing quite a few of them doing it lately. Unfortunately, the only people that can actually ban in the in-game chat are moderators. They don't have the ability to give anyone like outside of the development crew the ability to ban. Because there's a lot of weird stuff that happens in global chat sometimes. And people screenshot it, posted it to the forum. There was one very funny one that happened, I think like a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, normally people just keep them private though. Because there's like a no call out policy on the forum. Before the patch, someone complained that they married Shane and he actually got jealous because they bought Jas? Wait. He's got her a birthday... Oh, that's funny! That's funny! You can't give even their relatives presents or else they're gonna get pissed off in the game. Yeah, I didn't realize they even modified that. I looked at the changelogs for that game occasionally, but I didn't like look at it excessively.
Mana surge.
Oh, I forgot the yellow. No, it doesn't matter too much. Actually, this is a little bit of a harder fight. I probably should be a little bit more careful with this. Okay.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
We'll go put that up. Gosh, just bored. Not giving much. Oh, I just gave him skulls too. At least we got purple out of it though. It was worth it.
Mana surge.
Well, they might be using auto clickers and auto chatters and stuff like that too. If they keep saying the same thing over and over again, they might not be a bot. It could just be someone excessively trolling, going all out with trolling.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting we're even using this new troop. We can use that at any point to just kill out one of them if we really wanted to. So in this situation, it wouldn't really work because there was the extra turn there. But we can just kill it with this. He'll have 1 HP left, and then we'll kill it with the Bull Taurus. Also, something else I keep forgetting. We're actually getting glory per every single battle too, which is pretty nice. Yep. Wonder how much glory we have right now. We should have over... We'll probably get over 10,000 by the end of this week on this account. I know my main account's like way, way over that. Well, on this account, we should hit over 10,000. I think we're at 8,000 right now, right? 7,000, 8,000? Yeah, 7,658. We should probably be able to hit 9,000 or 10,000 by the end of this week. Oh, 10 glory, nice. This is why I set my kingdom to Zolkari, by the way. Out of every kingdom we currently have, it is the highest one that gives glory. So we did that specifically for that reason, to get that extra glory, or else we would have only gotten 5 glory and less souls. But I mean the glory. Out of every kingdom we currently have at level 10, out of all the attack and magic kingdoms, Zolkari is actually the best one. Hopefully the new kingdom that comes out has a very high glory. That will be my new home kingdom on this account, if it does. Hopefully it's something like a white helm. Maybe it'll do like 18 glory and like 2 souls or something. That would be perfect. Or however it would scale. I forget exactly what the scaling would be on that. But something like that would be amazing. You can't look at the chat very long at a time. It gets too stupid. Yeah, global chat in this game can be a little bit weird. Though I haven't been connected to global chat this whole entire time, so I can't actually see what kind of weirdness was just occurring. But global chat 1 can get like extremely tangented at times. It goes all over the place like crazy. Let's see, what are they talking about now? Thanks. Oh, wait, never mind. Thanks for not giving it a try, Namer. No, there's nothing interesting happening. I don't think there is. There's always global chat 1 drama in this game, though. Probably every single day there's something that happens at some point within the day. Oh, bye, Viper! Have a good day!
Mana surge.
Yeah, our next Gems of War stream will be on Thursday night, if the new kingdom comes out Thursday night. Otherwise, it'll be on Friday. That is when we are next streaming. So or next streaming Gems of War, I should say. It's either going to be Thursday night at the same time today, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or our normal time at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. What I may actually do is, depending on what time of night it comes out, I might just skip Thursday night, sleep, and get a lot of sleep, and then just do like a 10-hour or so, maybe even longer stream on Friday of the new kingdom stuff. I haven't decided which I'll be doing. I'll let you guys know when it gets a little bit closer to it. Because, of course, I don't even know when it's coming out. So, it could come out, like, early on Thursday. It could come out later on Thursday. It could come out Wednesday, for all we know. I don't know. It depends really when the new kingdom comes out specifically, and I have no way of knowing. Developers don't even have any way of knowing, because they need the servers. They need to switch over all the servers before they can do it. Not because I don't think the patch needs the new servers, but they can't like do the new kingdom while the servers are integrating, I don't believe. So it really depends on when they actually get the new servers completed. Recruiting with terrible requirements. What do you mean with that? The guild that you're in, or? Oh, you're talking about Nemesis. Yeah, I normally don't pay attention to any of the recruiting threads on the global chat or people recruiting. Obviously, because I don't need to, because I'm already in one. So I kind of just ignore over them.
Mana surge.
300 trophies, 300k, 1.5k, 29 out of 30. I don't know if see Nemesis on the leaderboard though. Or not on the leaderboard, on global chat. Your guild is amazing. It's a livelier. It's a wait, amazing. I'm a lifer in the guild I'm in. What do you mean by that? A lifer? I don't understand these words. Oh, I just gave him purple. Oh, never mind. He doesn't even use purple. Oh, really? He's using double ranger even to this kind of team? Gosh. I'm surprised people aren't using like triple ranger at this point. You're pretty much already there. Just go use triple ranger. Look at this guy. Oh, he's in it for the rest of his life. Oh, wait, never mind. Maximus, you're in my guild. I forgot. How did I forget that? I was like, wait, wondering. Is like, wait, what guild are you in? I completely forgot about that. That is pretty sad. I forgot because we just added you like 2 weeks ago. I'm barely ever in my global chat, which is why. Or in my guild chat. The guild chat used to be pretty glitchy. Luckily, it's pretty good now. But, I still don't use it that much. Oh, this is even my actual guild. I was wondering, why don't any of these names look familiar? It's because that's not my guild. But, yeah. Do you even English, bro? No, we don't need an English. We have our own version of English. We have the Tacet version of English. Well, it's a little bit hard to tell what people are saying sometimes through just chat. Because I go a lot off of body language and like the actual voice, tone of voice and everything like that. And just seeing text is sometimes confusing to me. It's already hard enough for me to understand words, let alone without any of the other signs. It's also why I hate cell phones too. Well, there's a lot of reasons I hate cell phones. But the main reason is you actually can't see the other person who you're communicating to, which I absolutely hate. If I'm talking to someone, I'm gonna spend like a bunch of time talking to them, like actual vocal talking. It needs to be like face to face, or else it's, I don't know. I just find it a waste of time. It's so hard for me to communicate that way. Otherwise.
Mana surge.
Well, we'll throw that down.
Mana surge.
Your 4K or 5K sub video should be Dictionary of Tacet the Terror. I would have no clue what I would actually do for that video, but I do want to do something like that eventually. Not for 4K or 5K subs though, but eventually. One video I actually do need to eventually do is explain what the Tacet the Terror name came from. I've been meaning to do that for ages now. Maybe it'll be the 5,000 subscriber one.
Mana surge.
My goal is to get 5,000 subscribers by the 2-year mark of this channel, or by the 1-year mark of this channel, I mean. And that would be by basically the beginning of May, or the end of April, I should say, is when that is. I don't know if I'll actually make it. I probably won't. I'll probably make it to like 4.5k at the current rate I'm going. But we'll see. Tactionary. Tacet. Tactionary. Okay. Can we get a purple on this? Yes, we can. Let's do it on blue. Doesn't actually matter the color we do it on. Probably should have taken the greens before I did so, though. But luckily they're still there, so it doesn't even matter. And, whoa, that was pretty easy. And there's our win. We're just doing that for souls. And, nope, no skull. And then we'll just Corvash it for the win. Don't try to pronounce it, just let it exist. Bradkins. Any word I pronounce dies. Okay. We're almost at 1.9k. For the rest of the time, if no one else has any other team build suggestions or questions, I think I might just end it for tonight at 1.9k. Because there is a video I want to do. I think I'll record it tonight, but not post it until tomorrow morning. Just so I don't have to do it in the morning, so I can actually do other things when I wake up. But I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. So, we'll probably end this at 1.9k, but if you guys have any other questions or team builds or any other funny things you want to talk about in chat, we can do that. But we will be streaming from now on, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. This does mean I'll likely have to do slightly shorter streams for these, probably just a few hours. Though I'm pretty sure on Stardew Valley streams or some games that I get like excessively into at the time will be a little bit longer. But you know how Gems of War is. It's kind of like one of those games that you pick up, you play for a little while. It's not really made to be played like we kind of do on streams, where we just sit down and play hours upon hours on end. It's kind of like one of those games you play in between other things. And we'll be trying to put that in. We'll probably do 7 p.m. streams on them at least 3 times a week. Tuesday will definitely be one. I'm pretty sure Friday will be one. And I don't quite know where I'll put the third. I don't know if we'll even be able to fit in the third. But definitely Tuesday and Friday we'll probably have the 7 p.m. Gems of War streams. Because Tuesday we already do it. Friday we're kind of already streaming it. So it kind of work. That, or even on Friday streams, I could just do like one very long stream instead of trying to do 2 streams, because that would kind of make more sense. You wish you could make it a trend for people to set their defend teams to help everyone get their event. There actually is. On the Gems of War forum, there's been a pretty big effort to try to get every single person to try to set their defend team to whatever the most optimal thing is for the event. It worked somewhat. Though a lot of people, including myself occasionally, don't do it. Hello, Rito Taunt. Welcome. I have no clue what you just said. I'm pretty sure that's not English. That or it's mistyped. Let's see. We'll go brown. Yeah, I do it on occasion. If I can't think of a really solid team to do for the week, I normally just set it to whatever will benefit everyone. But right now, I'm being a troll and setting it as literally the most overpowered team right now. Because a lot of other people are doing it and they're starting to annoy me. So I figured I stroke the fire. Whenever a defend team normally annoys me, I just set it as my own defend team. And then just keep it as my defend team until it gets nerfed. That's normally my strategy. So I never have to deal with it again. Right now that team is Wraith, Courage, Bone Dragon, and Famine. The main 2 annoying things from there being the Famine, the Courage, and the Bone Dragon. And the Wraith. Literally all of it's actually annoying. But the only thing that's actually overpowered from it is probably the Bone Dragon. Everything else is at least counterable. But late game Bone Dragon basically has no counter currently in the game. Yours is Succubus, Corrupt Sorceress, Spirit Fox, and Queen Mab. Oh, that's pretty cool for an all-purple team to help people. Yeah, it's still pretty strong. It normally is to make it strong enough that it could win. But still weak enough that people will go for it with everything. Because you do want to win some, because that saves time. Having to revenge battle them after. Tacet the nice guy. Thank you, Dragonfire. What do we do? What do we do? I'm scared of him summoning. So I actually could just do whatever right now. He'll waste his turn doing the egg, which I really don't care if he does. And we'll just do that turn now to get our Dragon Soul up. So now we can actually kill out the Dark... What is he called again? Dark Master. I knew it was Dark something. So that's why I waited a turn before I casted. So I'll wipe him out. We'll do the explosion. That'll kill the egg. And then we just hopefully get a drop skull. You're using 4 sacrifices to help the event in defense. Oh, yeah. That actually was what I initially set as my defense team this week, 4 sacrifices. But the problem is, it had literally a 0% win rate. So I was like, okay, I need something with at least slightly higher win rate than this. I hate it when the win rate goes that low, though. Hello, Finest. Welcome. Oh, another Brazilian. Welcome. Yeah, we're getting people from everywhere. It's always fun to see the amount of people watching me from the United States keep dwindling downwards while everything else keeps increasing. I'm actually curious. I haven't checked that for a while. I wonder what those numbers are currently on. I want to check that on stream real quick. I'm not actually going to show it on stream. Actually, I think it's against the policy to even show that on stream. But I can say like a couple things from it. I don't think they'll ban me for whatever reason. They just don't want you explaining your money metadata. That's the only thing I can't really explain. Or else they'll probably come and pursue me for whatever reason. Though people have done that in the past with no consequences. But it is in the terms of service of AdSense that you can't show like your money metadata. Like you can say how much you made per month. Like I make about 200 to 250 or 300 depending on the month. But you can't like say how you're making it, like the day-to-day stuff or showing the data behind it. But let me go see this real quick. I want to double check this. Let me open in a new tab. I'm kind of curious. What is our ratio of people to people? Because I am really curious about this. If we go to... actually, I have no clue how to check this off the top of my head. I know it's somewhere under analytics. I have just no clue where it actually is in analytics. There's so many different analytics on here. Revenue, watch time, demographics. Well, I know we basically have all male here. We have the amount of male to female. What is it? Let's see. No, these are just age demographics. Gosh, where are the very easy to understand ones? There we go. Pie graph. Go. No, that's not what I want. Gosh, let me just go to dashboard. These data is not being nice to me right now. It's not wanting to show me what I want to see. Oh well, it's nothing important. Also, thank you, Sandris Berzins, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. I'll worry about it later. Oh, I wanted to see what they were for the stream though. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I normally don't navigate my analytics, which is why this is not working that well at all. Oh, they have a translation feature now. Which I'll probably never need because I'm pretty sure it costs money. Unless they just do it through the Google Translator, which is going to be awful translation. Yeah, seriously, where on earth is... It's not showing it. None of these... I can get to this so easily when I'm not looking for it, but when I am specifically looking for it... There it is. Wow, 93% male, 7.4% female. Well then, and as far as location, it is, yeah, United States is still going down. It's 41% United States, 7.7% United Kingdom, 6.7% Germany, 4.7% Canada, 3.3% Brazil. So Brazil is in the top 5, so hello Brazilians out there. And the rest I can't see, but I could go into the data and we'd probably see even more. But yeah, that's all I wanted to double check on real quick. Let's see. But yeah, I didn't even realize Brazilian actually made it to number 5 then. And you helped to be that one that made it to number 5. Let's see. Well, I still find it surprising that Australian isn't one of them. Because the main game we make content for is Gems of War. And Gems of War is based in Australia. So I thought they would have a pretty big base. The game even launched in Australia before it was even launched everywhere else around the world. It was only for like 2 weeks, but still. It was actually like exclusive to Australia for like 2 weeks back in like October. Canada represent. Yeah, Canada's pretty nice. I've been to Toronto a couple times. The longest I've ever been there is for a week though. I never actually lived there, but it seems like a pretty nice place. Oh, what's the age demographic? Sure, we can go do the age demographics. This is what I'm talking about earlier when I was saying how broken the ages are. Because it's, or not how broken, I don't even know what the right word I was looking for there was, but it's a lot older than what I was normally expecting. But yeah, it's really funny, some of these demographics. The one I find the most hilarious is the amount of people we have under the age of 17. Like, I try to be like family friendly and everything, yet literally 0.6% of my watch base are under the age of 18. Literally less than 1%. But still, there's some. So, other than that, it's 12%, 18 to 24, 50%, 25 to 34. So basically, everyone's 25 to 34 is watching me. Yeah, I could just guess a number from there, and I have like a 50% chance of being correct. 26% are 35 to 44. 10% are 45 to 54. And there's about 2.2% that are like 55 and above. So, yeah. But yeah, the male, it's like 94% male, 6% female or something like that. Those two really surprised me. The amount of male to female, with how many males it is compared to female, as well as the fact of how many people we don't have under the age of 17, who are like not adults yet. Like literally everyone who watches this channel is pretty much an adult for the most part. And a lot of that 0.6%, I'm pretty sure is from Stardew Valley. I'm pretty sure that would have been even lower if that was just Gems of War. Though I don't think there's any way that I can check to see its change over time. There probably is. I'm not going to bother doing that now, though. But, yeah. That's all that with that. Anyways, let's go get the rest of our stuff that we need this week. Oops, I forgot to take the grain. No! I also did that trying to take the red, and it was one off. Didn't bother counting it. It fails. Oh, let me move this so I can actually see the chat, too. I went there to see the data, and then, boop. Okay, see ya, Dragonfire. Have a good day. That 0.6% is you. Well, that's part of it. Let's see. The under 17, they all play Clash of Clans or something. They see commercials for on TV. Yeah, that's probably mainly what they play, because Gems of War doesn't actually have any advertisement at all. I'm pretty much Gems of War's advertisement. There really isn't any form of Gems of War advertisement out there at all in any way, shape, or form, so that would make sense. I was actually thinking about playing, and still may actually play it on emulator, on PC emulator. I was actually thinking about doing Clash Royale. I haven't been following it lately. There were a couple months I was following it pretty closely. Lately, I've kind of completely stopped. But that was one game I was thinking about doing. But then I was like, I don't really want to deal with it. And the amount of resources I'd have to grind for free to play would be absolutely insane to even be able to do anything video-wise for that. Or else it would just be like a Let's Play series, which I don't think would be too interesting in a game set up like that. That's the only really bad thing about some free-to-play games is you can't really make content for it from the get-go. Like, that's one of the really, really good things about just single-purchase games is you can just buy it and you can easily just make content, like, instantly as soon as you buy it. But many other games that are free-to-play normally have, like, such a base already with, like, tons upon tons of resources that realistically you can't free-to-play your way to making content at all for any of those games. Or at least not interesting content, because you wouldn't actually have anything. Gems of War is a little bit different, as you can see with this Let's Play account. You can have quite a bit pretty early on in the game, but most free-to-play models for quite a few games don't allow that, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the demographics are for Gems of War. I normally just assume that whatever my demographics are basically what Gems of War demographics are, though that isn't completely true. Particularly in the female demographic area, because I'm pretty sure at least 40% of Gems of War are female. They just don't happen to watch my content. Except for Bridget. We have Bridget. I don't know who else there is female. She's the only one with a female profile image, so that's the only way I can really tell. Though that's not always representative of a person actually being female or not. Yep, we just hit 1.9k. But there we go. Oh, I don't watch TV either. I never watch TV. I have the service because my mom normally watches it. I have a TV like right over there in the corner right here. I'm pointing towards it. You can't even see it because how small the view is. But I have a TV in the corner. I haven't turned it on since I moved here. That is how much I watch TV. Occasionally I watch if I'm like in the living room or something, or if there's like nothing else to do. When I was in college, there were TVs in the bus station for the transit, so I would normally watch it a little bit there while I was waiting for the transfer bus. But other than that, I basically never watched the TV. Let's see. Stream New Doom. What is New Doom? I've never even played Old Doom. Surprisingly. Isn't it one of those, like, shooter ones in first-person perspective or something like that? Where you go through, like, dungeons and have to gain a bunch of weapons and then progress and stuff like that. I've heard it before. I've probably seen gameplay of it before, but I'm not too familiar with what it actually is. Oh, it is a first-person shooter. I thought so. Okay. I normally don't play first-person shooters. This is why I probably don't know anything about it. I'm more of a strategy and turn-based... I'm more of a strategy and turn-based strategy kind of player. Anything that's turn-based or extremely strategy-based I tend to like. Or anything that's more towards the RPG side. Or roguelike. Or tower defense. Actually, yeah, there's a lot of genres I kind of like. Though FPS and stuff like that are some of them that I don't really like. Anything that's too actiony, I tend to not like as a game. I tend to like low action but high amounts of thinking. Or either have much slower pace, but actually have to think through what we actually have to do. I don't like puzzlers, though. Like, I don't hate puzzling games, but that's too much strategy. That's just, I don't know. There has to be variance with it, because normally for puzzles, there's only a set amount of correct ways. Whereas in strategy games, there's normally multiple ways that you can reach the same conclusion. Oh, there goes one of our troops. Wow, he's actually doing pretty good. I keep looking over at chat and talking, and he might actually win right here. Let's see. We can easily win with just a Dragon Soul if we had to, though. As I said, winning literally just with Dragon Soul. Ah, I keep burping. I don't even know why. All I drank today is water. Whoa, that white has a lot of HP. Actually, I probably could have killed it right there. First-person shooters make you nervous? I don't know, I don't get nervous or anything from them. I just hate the extremely high-pace action. I do like it in MOBAs, but that's because MOBAs are a little bit more strategy-based. Normally in shooters, you can just camp a location and just keep killing anyone that comes by. Or at least from my experience with them. Of course, I haven't really played too many modern first-person shooters. But overall, I'm not too big a fan of the genre. It's one of the few gaming genres out there that I don't really like. That and whatever genre you would consider Grand Theft Auto. And probably a few other games out there. Like, games like those I just don't normally care for. Well, we might actually lose here. We may actually lose. We'll go red. We have to somehow kill him before he gets his mana up or does skull damage to us, which is technically possible, but not likely. Ah, no. Well, he won. Well, we can't leave this stream on a lose. Gotta do at least one more. Young people often think it's weird to see older people who play games. I don't find it weird at all. But you're like, do you imagine that when you grow older, you'll magically stop liking to do all the fun stuff you like now? Yeah, I know. I never really understood why people like had that notion. Like, why games are just for younger people. It's statistically higher in, like, the older you are, there's actually statistically that you'll be more inclined to games. I think that stops after, like, age, like, 45 or something. But, the older you are, up to, I think, like, 45 or something, somewhere around that threshold, it's actually more likely that you like games than not like games. Which is, just kind of proves that point. I forget what the exact data is out there. If you just Google it, I'm pretty sure you could find it very easily and get exactly what I just said. But, yeah. Basically, as you get older, people on average are more inclined to actually like video games than not like video games and actually play them and stuff. And I think that cuts out around, like, 45 or so. Do I play Pokemon? I used to a lot. Like, that was one of my most favorite childhood games. Recently, no. I have not played a single Pokemon game since whatever generation Pearl was for the DS. I've yet to play a single Pokemon game since then. Actually, I've kind of almost basically quit Nintendo since then. Everything after Wii and the standard DS, I have kind of, I bought like literally every Nintendo thing before then. But after that, I kind of just got away from them. And I might not even be getting the Nintendo Switch either. They went out the corporate route and ended up going for monthly subscriptions. So that pretty much just put the nail in the coffin for that. If they wouldn't have done that, I probably would have gotten the Switch, even if they didn't have any good game titles. But having to pay for the service, just like on PS4, Xbox, just isn't worth it for me, due to how little I would actually even be using it. So there goes Nintendo Switch. Guess we're going for a better PC instead. And there's the win. You've been gaming for 25 years, started when you were 5 on the classic Nintendo. Yeah, I started around 4 or 5 on the N64, because that's how, that was the most recent console at the time. But I did play the NES, the Sega, the other Sega thing. Like, the 2 consoles before it, I actually ended up playing. And I used to have both of them, too. I might still have them somewhere in storage as well. Just kind of lying around somewhere. Yeah, I've been playing games that long as well. My cousins ended up getting me into it. All the way back into when I was like 3 or so, probably 3 or 4. Actually, one of the very first games I actually played on the internet, on PC, there are actually a couple. There were Worms Armageddon, which was 1999 when that came out. So I would have been 5 then at that time. There was Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3. Warcraft 2, I forget when that came out, but Warcraft 3 came out in 2003, which then got me into Dota into 2004, and what got me into MOBAs just in general. What other games did I kind of play all the way back then? Of course, everything on N64 got me into it. Got a couple Game Boy games, like the classic Mario Scroller thing, whatever that's called, and a few others. What other games did we did all the way back then when I was young? Oh, Sims Coaster, I think, was like a 1999 game or 2000 game, 2001 maybe. That was actually pretty fun. Because that was like probably like the first extremely resource managing game I ever played, which was kind of what got me into the genre too, probably. But yeah, a lot of gaming history. Been doing it for years. But anyways, that will pretty much wrap it up for the stream. We will be streaming from now on every single day at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget that the new kingdom is coming later this week for Gems of War. Next Stardew Valley stream will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. New Kingdom, currently the game is having server issues at the moment because they're currently transferring the servers over. So that will probably still be going on for the next day or two. Probably up until the next kingdom actually launches for the game. But other than that, I'll be heading off for the night, probably recording a video, then kind of just chilling for the rest of the night. So hope you all have a wonderful week. So yeah, see y'all. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next stream.